Down there quickly. A great opportunity for himself. Stephen Quinn with the hat trick. Now Abino. And Abino finds the back of the net in his Illinois debut. His first career goal. Luke Corver with the goal.
Thomas Colas, he's in. He shoots out in front. The captain is the savior again.
Thomas Colas finds the back of the net. Going in, it's a goal! Joe Nolan puts the line up 2-1.
We'll stop till we're legend.
Welcome to the Lindenwood Ice Arena. We are here on the road in St. Louis, Missouri. Here in the second game of the series against Lindenwood University with Illini hockey. Alongside Anthony Pasquale, I'm Sophia Morano. This is our pregame show. So last night the Illini fell to Lindenwood, right? So what do we want to see tonight to see them get back up?
Yeah, so Lindenwood put on a clinic against our Illini yesterday. They won 7-2. We gave up 7 goals, and we were only able to net 2, obviously. So I think today the key is going to be to control the puck, especially there in the neutral ice area. We got to attack their goalie. He played really well last night, and our goalie obviously didn't. We got a little change of pace today with Donovan Bird in net, number 29. So today I think we should expect the Illini to go after it a little bit. They got punched in the mouth yesterday. We got to see how they rebound.
Definitely, and right now we are entering our first conference game, right? This is our first conference series. We have a lot more to expect. For the first part of the season, we've seen the Illini doing really well against some tougher teams, you know. Illinois State just last week, Central Oklahoma beat both days this week. So I think we're in a pretty good spot, number 4 overall.
Yeah, I would say obviously we've played some tough opponents, and we've also played a couple of easier ones, and we've beaten the ones that we're supposed to beat. We started off the season with 10 goal performances to start the season. So I think the big thing is going to be to know that we got to match the intensity of our opponent. Yesterday we obviously didn't. Hopefully today's a different story for the Illini.
So who do you think are the top players to watch out for Lindenwood today?
For Lindenwood, well, you got to look out for Zach Mitchell. He's already got 10 goals, and the highest point scorer, that's assists and goals on our team, is 10. So he's been scoring a lot. He already has 13 points this season. 10 of those have been goals. He hits the back of the net in almost every game. He's averaging over a goal per game. So I think the Illini especially have to watch out for him to kind of stop him, keep him off the score sheet, because I think that'll give us a good chance to win.
Yeah, definitely. Who do you think are our strongest players from Illinois to get up there against Lindenwood, get some goals tonight?
Yeah, usually when you get punched in the mouth, you want your guys that are supposed to be leaders to go out and be leaders. So Captain Ernstine, you got to look out for Forfar, another assistant captain, Nolan. You got to look out for those guys to kind of step up the pace and rally the troops. And then I also expect some of the younger guys like Moskaluk and Kasper Ribba, who have been scoring a lot of goals recently, to keep that up and kind of up the intensity for everybody. And I think that'll result in an Illini hockey W.
Yeah, definitely the usual suspects that we've seen throughout the season. Stephen Quinn, Jake Barnhart. I think Luke Forfar are going to be really, really versatile and useful during this game tonight. I think we are going to see Kasper Ribba and John Muskalak. I think they're going to be a good asset to the team.
Yeah, you mentioned Stephen Quinn. He actually leads our team in points. He's got 10. I think it's 6 goals and 4 assists, or 7 goals and 3 assists. So he's been everywhere on the ice. And he's also that guy that kind of is the enforcer in terms of physicality. And that's one thing that Lindenwood, you look at them over there warming up, they're a big team. The Illini isn't necessarily as big as they are, so we got to come out and kind of Andrew Shaw 'em. You know, you gotta take the role of the physicality, and you got to accept it. We got to go out there and try to physicalize them, I guess you could say, so we can get some momentum. Because yesterday they had all the momentum the entire game. We only scored after they did. They had the lead the entire game. They ended up putting up 7 on us, and that's not something Coach Fabrini wants to see.
Definitely, and in the last couple games we've seen back at the Big Pond, Illinois has done a good job of getting in there and kind of bringing that physicality up against these big teams. But the thing is that they have to try to avoid penalties.
Yeah.
So tonight, do you think that they're going to try to shy away a little bit, that the size of the team is going to be too intimidating for them?
Yeah, see, that's a good question because they have been a team that whenever they do get physical, they end up in the penalty box, and that's obviously not like what they're getting at. Physicality doesn't mean undisciplined. You got to keep your discipline. You got to know what's the smart hockey play, but you also have to get right up in their faces and let them know that you're there. You can't. Shying away would not be a good idea, I don't think, because they're a team that just beat you 7-2. If you shy away, you're going to get beat again. So they can't let that happen. They got to go after. They got to attack them, and part of that is going to include being physical, but that doesn't mean undisciplined. So I expect them to be disciplined, stay out of the penalty box a little bit, but also get on the scoreboard early.
Definitely, and I think last night's game should serve as good motivation for the team because, like I said before, this is our first conference game of the season, so they really need to get in there and do well in order to have kind of a shot against the teams that they have coming up.
Yeah, I mean, 1-1 looks a lot better than 0-2. I think anybody can see that. Plus, this team is ranked second in the country. We're ranked fourth. So a win against the number 2 team, and especially avoiding a sweep, that's also going to look really good on the standings.
Definitely, that would be huge for the Illini.
Yeah, I agree. I think a win today kind of will set the pace for the rest of the year, showing that we can beat a team that's supposedly better than us, ranked second when we're ranked fourth. And that'll kind of serve as a big push of intensity, momentum, anything you can think of that could serve the Illini in the right direction.
So what do you think is going to be Lindenwood's strategy tonight to kind of stay on top and beat the Illini again?
Yeah, I mean, if they were smart, they wouldn't change anything. They beat us yesterday 7-2. Everything was working for them. I think the Illini is the team that has to adjust and change up the game plan a little bit, strategize a little bit. But I think once they do, the Illini will show show Lindenwood Lions that they messed with the wrong team yesterday.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think that's all we have today for the intermission, for the pregame report. Sorry about that. We'll be back for Illini hockey in about 20 minutes.
Damn, I ain't be going psycho. Lil' mama bad like Michael. Can't really trust nobody with all this jewelry on you. My roof look like a no-show. Got diamonds by the bolo. Come with the Tony Romo for clowns and all the balls. Oh, I ain't be going psycho. Lil' mama bad like Michael. Can't really trust nobody with all this jewelry on you. My roof look like a no-show. Got diamonds by the bolo. Don't act like you my friend when I'm rolling through my hands. Oh, you stuck in the friend zone. Time like 4, 5 to 5th. Ayy, 100 bands inside my shorts, a jean, all the shit. Ayy, try to stuff it all in, but it don't even fit. Ayy, know that I've been with the shits ever since the jit. Ayy, I made my first million, I'm like, shit, this is it. Ayy, 34 walk through, man, we had every slit. Ayy, had so many bottles, gave ugly girl a sip. Out the window of the Benz, so we get sent in the rent. And I'm like, whoa, man, my neck so goddamn cold. So you know, damn, I ain't be going psycho. Lil' mama bad like Michael. Can't really trust nobody with all this jewelry on you. My roof look like a no-show. Got diamonds by the bolo. Come with the Tony Romo for clowns and all the balls. Oh, I ain't be going psycho. Lil' mama bad like Michael. Can't really trust nobody with all this jewelry on you. My roof look like a no-show. Got diamonds by the bolo. Don't act like you my friend when I'm rolling through my hands. Oh, they be going psycho. My rollie going crazy. Hitting lil' mama, she wanna have my baby. 50 on the banky, chain so stanky. You should see the whip, promise I could take your bitch. All riding in the O's switch, I can make the eyes drop. Take you to the smoke shop, we gon' get high. We gon' hit Rodeo, Dollar Valentino. We gon' hit Pico, take you where I'm from. Take you to the slums, this ain't happen overnight. No, these diamonds real bright. Center of the G, still in my pants though. All VVS's, put you in a necklace. Girl, you look beautiful tonight. Stars on the roof, they're matching with the truth. Damn, my hippie going psycho, lil' mama bad like Michael. Can't really trust nobody with all this jewelry on you. My roof look like a no-show, got diamonds by the bolo. Come with the Tony Momo for clowns and all the balls. Oh, my hippie going psycho, lil' mama bad like Michael. Can't really trust nobody with all this jewelry on you. My roof look like a no-show, got diamonds by the bolo. Don't act like you my friend when I'm rolling through my hands. Oh.
Mr. Worldwide to infinity, you know the roof on fire. We gon' boogie, oogie, oogie, jiggle, wiggle, and dance like the roof on fire. We go drink drinks and take shots until we fall out like the roof on fire. Now, baby, get my booty naked, take off all your clothes and light the roof on fire. Tell her, baby, 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 I'm on fire. I tell her, baby, 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 I'm a fireball. Now big bang boogie, get that kitty little noogie in a nice, nice little shave. I gave Susie a little pat up on the booty and she turned around and said, walk this way. I was born in a plane. Mama said that every word was my name. I'm the best you've ever had. If you think I'm burning out, I never am. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Fireball. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but I don't care what y'all say. Cause as the world turns, y'all boys gon' learn that this shit go right here don't play. That boy's from the bottom, bottom on the map, MIA, USA. I gave Susie a little pat up on the booty and she turned around and said, walk this way. I was born in a plane. Mama said that every word was my name. I'm the best you've ever had. If you think I'm burning out, I never am. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Fireball. We're taking it down.
Fireball.
Down there quickly. A great opportunity for himself. Stephen Quinn with the hat trick. Now Abino. And Abino finds the back of the net in his Illinois debut. His first career goal. Luke Corver with the goal.
Thomas Colas, he's in, he shoots, out in front. The captain is the savior again.
Thomas Colas finds the back of the net. Going in, it's a goal. Joe Nolan puts the line up 2-1.
We'll stop till we're legend.
Tonight, tension grows, the whistle blows, and the puck goes down the ice. The goalie jumps and the players bump, and the fans all go insane. Someone roars, Bobby scores at the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Second period, where players dash with skates aflash. The home team trails behind, but they grab the puck and go bursting up, and they're down across the line. They storm the crease like bumblebees. They travel like a burning flame. We see them slide the puck inside. It's a 1-1 hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Third period, last game in the playoffs too. Oh, take me where the hockey players face off down the rink, and the Stanley Cup is all filled up for the champs who win the drink. Now the final flick of a hockey stick and a one gigantic scream. The puck is in, the home team wins the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game.
And welcome inside the Lindenwood Ice Arena in Wentzville, Missouri. Alongside Patrick Cazone, I'm Stephen Cohn, and it's Illini Hockey presented by YouTube, the second of two games to start off Illinois' conference CSCHL season against the Lindenwood Lions. Illinois lost 7-2 last night, but we're here 4 hours away from Champaign. Illinois is looking up to even up the series.
Yeah, they sure are. Looking for a little revenge, hopefully, today, because they just weren't able to play the way they wanted to last night. And to be fair, Lindenwood, one of the best teams in the conference, so it's going to be a tough one today.
Yeah, Lindenwood 9-0, ranked number 2 in the ACHA Division I rankings. Illinois sitting right now at number 4. So Illinois, though, they got off to a very good start to the season. They're 6-0 at home at the Big Pond in Champaign. Those last two wins against Central Oklahoma, we've seen what this team is kind of capable of. And now we just got to see it in even a bigger atmosphere. They're playing one of the top teams in the country. Really got to show now what you're made of.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think these are the games that really kind of define you as a team. Are you going to give up another 7 goals to Lindenwood? Are you going to try and make a game out of today? Even if they lose, honestly, you're looking just for a close game for the Illini. Again, one of the best teams in the conference. Try your hardest and try and score some goals too.
Yeah, and Illinois, they lost to Lindenwood in the CSCHL tournament last March. That championship game, Illinois' first appearance there in a handful of years. This Lindenwood team, though, well coached by Rick Zombo, an NHL vet with the Red Wings and the Blues, among other teams. But Nick Fabrini right now, he's also a great coach for this Illinois team. It's been working, especially with a lot of new faces stepping into new roles this year. They've kind of succeeded so far.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of good plays so far from everyone, honestly. To shout some names out, let's go with the captain, Bobby Estring. Been absolutely fantastic in this in the beginning of these games, and playing well, setting his team up. Honestly, if you are the Illini in this game, you're going to look to try and get the puck in the center of the ice, try and get to him or Forfar, and try and get some pucks in the back of the net. Honestly, too, the Illini haven't done this a whole lot, but I think when you might think you might be outmatched, like in this Lindenwood game, stick a guy in front of the net. I say this a lot. Try and get some good redirections in this game. That's going to be important. Try and have as much offensive power as you possibly can in this one. So why not put Forfar right in front of the net and try and get some rebounds or redirections?
Yeah, you mentioned Bobby Ernstling, 5 assists, 5 points so far this season. Still looking for that first goal entering this weekend. Also look forward for our 4 goals, 1 assist, 2 power play goals entering the weekend. But what do you want to see from Illinois tonight? Because after kind of a disappointing effort last night and 7-2, you never like to see that kind of outing from a team. what kind of rebounds you expect to see? What do you want to see from this Illinois team?
Honestly, it's take a bunch of shots tonight. Honestly, one thing that I feel like the Illini do really great, mostly at the big pond too, is they might not be take the best look. For example, they love a shot right almost near the goal line, as close to the goal line as you possibly can to shoot. And that puck's gone in a couple times. So, don't be afraid to shoot the puck. Try and get as good of opportunities as you possibly can, but I take as many chances as you want. This defense is going to be good. Obviously, you saw it last night, only 2 goals, but take as many shots around everywhere you want. And 2, when I had this, Joe Nolan, I want to see a couple slap shots from him. That's I feel like our best shot offensively. Let him take a shot and get the rebound off the shot, or try and redirect his slap shot.
And Illinois is facing a good goaltender tonight, as you mentioned, Cooper Cedot, the sophomore goaltender, 7-0 entering the weekend, now 8-0, 1.29 goals allowed against, a 946 save percentage. So great goaltender there, and Illinois is still looking for that first road win of the season. They sit at 0-2-2 after 3 games in North Dakota, and we're going to see, looks like a different netminder tonight. It's going to be Donovan Bird instead of Jake Barnard. So Donovan Bird getting his 2nd start of the season. And what do you think of that kind of move? Kind of switching up the goaltender and putting someone else in there, kind of maybe Donovan Bird's biggest game so far as a collegiate goaltender.
Yeah, I like that move a lot. Why not give him a little bit more pressure in this game? Barnard didn't do fantastic at all last night, giving up 7 goals. You don't like to see that, but why not give Bird the shot to prove himself in this one?
And we have the starting lineups and national anthem coming up, so we'll be right back. Illini Hockey on YouTube. And we are back, Illini Hockey on YouTube alongside Patrick Cazzo, and I'm Stephen Cohn. We're live from the Lindenwood Ice Arena in Wentzville, Missouri, about 45 minutes into Missouri, a half hour north of St. Louis or so. Lindenwood, Illinois, 2 of the fiercest rivals in ACHA hockey, and 7-2 win for the Lions last night, coached by Rick Zombo, 12-year NHL vet. Illinois coached by 6-year head coach Nick Fabrini, who was the captain of its 2008 national championship team. Illinois wearing its slick orange jerseys tonight. You haven't seen these yet. These are something else.
They are. They're awesome. They're not too bright where it's too flashy, but they're the perfect Illini colors here. And the new modernized logo with a little bit of the dark blue too. So I like that to see them for the Illini. Love the jerseys. Yeah,
this ice arena also in Lindenwood will be the home of the CSCHL tournament in 2019. We'll have the national anthem. We'll have that for you and be right back. a nice rendition. You know, nothing
absolutely.
wrong with just the good old audio recording of the national anthem.
Yeah, why not? Is this what, marching band?
No, it's
like a
gonna
marching band version.
No, it's fine. I like when at the big pond they bring like someone in to sing.
Yeah.
Come out of the penalty box. It's nice. I like it.
You know, didn't we have the Glee Club?
Oh, and then it's mostly Glee clubs that come in there. That's good though.
I like that. You know, it gives it a little bit more of a personal taste to it.
No, yeah. I just don't get not riled up now. You know.
Yeah.
That's not going to be going. But you know what? We're going to be going CSCHL hockey alongside Patrick Gazzone. I'm Stephen Cohn. It's 0-0, 20 minutes left in the first. About ready to get underway as Illinois is going to try to even up this weekend series. Its first CSCHL series of the season. They play Robert Morris next week at home in Champaign before welcoming the Alabama Crimson Tide also to Champaign in 2 weeks. We're underway. It's won by Forfar. It's sent back to Opelka now near side. Illinois going to go right to left on your screen early on here in this first period. And stolen away by Brendan Murphy, number 15. Murphy shot on Donovan Bird with a glove save. On the near side, start off 14 seconds in, and we'll have an offensive zone draw for the Lions.
Yeah, good save there by Donovan Bird. Typical save there, glove side, and chance for the Illini to get a puck back.
And that puck stays in their zone. It's Brendan Murphy at the point. Murphy's cycling. And knocked away by Richter. It's all the way back. Illinois, that too far. It was tipped, though, and we will have icing. So it goes all the way back down. So 2 early whistles, and neither team able to get into a rhythm early on.
Yeah, I think just unfortunate there from the Illini. You weren't looking for the icing, but
they were not looking for the icing.
Yeah, more accidental on that one than any malice behind it. But again, another chance here to try and get the puck back.
It's Shane Plummer for the Lions on the draw with Luke Forfar on that top line alongside Drew Richter and Charlie Salk. Starting today, Thomas Kolas, Charlie Salk on defense. Played forward the last year. Luke Forfar behind his own net. 19:20 left to go in this first period. Pass to Drew Richter, tipped up. Richter going through neutral ice, over the line, over the blue. Shot ahead, knocked away by Cooper Cedot. Almost out of play, but he'll stay in Illinois' offensive zone. Now it goes to number 28, Shane Plummer. Plummer spinning and knocked away by Casper Ribba. Ribba shot on, knocked away once again with the pad of Cooper Cedot. Into the near side corner. No blind spots here. No able to see the entire length of the ice, which is always a plus when you're doing a video broadcast.
Yeah, absolutely. Unlike the big pond where some corners you can't get to.
Casper Ribba shoots that one on, sticked away by Cooper Cedot. Cedot had an excellent game against the Illini back in March in the CSCHL tournament. Tipped ahead to Tommy Heinzman. Heinzman tied for the team lead with 16 points, 3 goals, 13 assists for the senior out of St. Louis so far this season. And that one shot wide of Donovan Bird. Heinzman tries to go for the cross-ice pass, can't get it, finds his man finally, tried to center that for Heinzman. It goes all the way back down past the Illinois blue line, 18-12 left to go, and no score.
Yeah, Illinois going to get a line change here. Good. Skates looked a little tired there.
That's number 19, Jack Healy, a first-year player out of Springfield, who tipped it all the way ahead into the corner. Good pressure by Neil Novosel, second-year D1 player. And Evan Sabo also trying to apply an aggressive forecheck. It's ahead, though, number 25, Oppo Nurmanen, always a thorn in the Illini's side, saved at blue line by number 21, Jake Townsend. That one's into the corner now. Good pass by Nurmanen, spinning. And Nurman, you see how big Oppo Nurman is. Obviously much bigger than the rest of his guys on his ice right now. Out of Helsinki, Finland at 6'3".
Yeah, he's huge. He's a big guy.
Yeah, it looks like he was shaken up, though, as he heads to the bench. Goes for a change. Number 24, Kyler Newman, the freshman out of Alberta, comes on.
Yeah, I want to get the puck back, but I imagine they're going to try and get some guys off the ice.
And that's where Lindenwood's going to try to beat you with their physical play, keeping it in their offensive zone and just trying to pressure you into finally making a mistake, and that's what they're doing so far.
Yeah, and Illini really don't have that much time. They seem to be getting tired right away and not getting good offensive shots.
There's a good chance. Luke Forfar shoots that one on, knocked away with the pads of Cooper Cedot, but Luke Forfar trying to move the Illini's offense up. And now going the other way, number 21 on offside. Jake Townsend would have had a good chance, but ooh. That's Illinois catching a break right there. Now you got to capitalize on that kind of thing.
Yeah, and if you're wondering what Jake Townsend tied for the most goals on a team at 5, so obviously a good shot there, but hopefully get some fresh fresh skates and try and win this face-off and put together an offensive, something on offense, anything.
Ahead, Thomas Colas tipped ahead past the blue line all the way to toward the goal line to then end boards. That's Drew Richter battling for the puck. And good hustle by Thomas Colas to keep it in the Illini zone. Now in half boards near side. Colas throws it behind. Couldn't win that chase though, to it behind Cooper Cedot's net. Leading the rush, number 24, Kyler Newman. That's Colton Crago. All the way ahead to Davenport. Lindenwood will go for a change. Charlie Salk in the corner, going to lead the Illini.
Yeah, Illini elect to not go with the change there. I think it might get burned by it.
That was not a good pass by Charlie Salk by any means, as he could not clear that one. Now it stays in Lindenwood's zone. It stays in there again with a good save by number 12, Vic Lombardi. Ahead in front of Davenport now, and Bobby Ernsting able to get that one ahead as he goes off the ice. And so 15:52 left to go. Illinois not with that many shots. Lindenwood not with that many either, but really controlling time of possession so far.
Yeah, absolutely. I haven't seen this good of an offense so far against the Illini, so it's going to be an uphill battle for them today.
Well, it's not often Illinois faces teams that are bigger than them. Illinois, a quick team, also pretty big. That shot with the right pad save by Cedot. Jack Graham on that top defensive pairing. Check that, they switched that up. Now he's with Paul Pregos. Has been with Joe Nolan early on this season. Number 8, Austin Wilkes, 17 points a year ago. Check that, that's Matt Runyon. Runyon trying to go behind that, circling. And now he's in the corner. Pressure by Jack Graham. Brendan Murphy at the right point, going in the right circle. Murphy trying to get to his center pass. And one more centering pass. A nice pass by Matt Runyon, but he couldn't find his man.
Yeah, an old mistake there by Illini. Pregos with it.
Paul Pregos. And that one out of play. Illinois did not play in Lindenwood last year. There were issues with the ice arena, so they canceled all their home games for about a month and a half. So Illinois hasn't been here in about 2 years. Not many of these guys familiar with the ice, which on its surface looks like it's a longer sheet.
Yeah, it does. And, you know, you're pointing this out too. It's because the goal line's a little bit farther, close to the blue line here. So, honestly, if you're an offense, a great place to set up an offense behind the goal, keep everyone guessing, and especially the goalie guessing.
Luke Forfar faced some pressure at the right circle. Good active stick by the Lions. Saved at the point. Tower Opilka, glove save by Cooper Cedot. 14:42 left to go in Illinois. What's got to be their strategy right now? You just want to, you don't want to play the bend but don't break kind of game. You want to be aggressive on offense, but Lindenwood really so far is controlling the puck.
Yeah, well, I like how earlier in this game we saw Moskaluk in front of the net trying to get a rebound. That's why I want to see more of. Honestly, take as many shots as you want. Try and get Opilka a shot here.
Looks
off
like
the face-off. That's what I go for.
Thought they were going to toss. Yeah, they will. They'll toss both of them from the face-off, so it'll be number 16, Vince Avino. Avino, 1 goal so far this season. That came in the first series of the year against Michigan State. Pass intercepted and neutral ice, tipped ahead all the way by Hayden Ursulak. Ursulak, only Lion without any career goals. So maybe the freshman can strike first today.
Yeah, definitely an opportunity here.
Austin Wilk, that shot wide of Donovan Bird, and good help by Charlie Salk. It's the second time he's unable to clear it. And then in the back of the net by Shane Plummer. He strikes first, gets it past, it bounces all the way back out of Donovan Bird's crease. But it's 1-0. Lions with 14:13 to go left in the first.
Yeah, Donovan Bird there. I think he lost a little bit of sight of the puck. Able to go a little bit to his right and right past him. Anyone's going to score on that. Now it's up to Illini to answer right back because don't want this one to get out of hand too quickly.
And that's the kind of situation where Charlie Salk had a chance to potentially clear the puck, and he wasn't able to get it out of the center of the ice. And that's the one thing, you don't want to keep it in the center. At least get off to the sides and make them have to set up their offense again. Not the case. Took one more pass, and the Lions are up 1-0 after winning 7-2 last night.
Yeah, the defense looking a little slow. Prikos, Pilka, especially Salk as well. Not as fresh as they usually are.
Ursulak, Novosel now, near side. Townsend, back to Ursulak at the right point. Ursulak stops, starts, finds Kalo. Blocker save by Donovan Bird. And Jack Graham able to get ahead now, and the race is off. Thomas Colas and Townsend icing on the Illini. 13:32 left to go. Lindenwood up by 1.
Yeah, puck there got stuck in Jack Graham's pants. I think he's trying to shake it out and finally did, and results in an icing. But we'll see what they can do here. The big guy Nolan on the ice now. He can get a face-off win and try and do something offensively. This is going to be a tough game.
Important to remember that as that puck goes all the way to the ceiling, that Lindenwood is one of the nation's premier teams. Not that Illinois is not, but this is a top 4 matchup right now. This would be the kind of matchup that you could potentially see as the ACHA championship game in late March. So Illinois, nothing to be ashamed of right now for not competing this weekend on the road, but you got to see Illinois claw back into this game.
Yeah, and you know, it's early, but it's just the way that they've been skating on the ice. You can just kind of see it.
How about that John Moskowik, 7 goals this year, and that's stopped by CDOTs as he'll just hold on to it. But that's probably the offense they're going to need. They're going to need to find a way to get an odd man rush, get something going on a 2-on-1, 3-on-2, and John Moskowik trying to start that there.
Absolutely, and it's hard to find those odd man rushes when the passes from Mula look so crisp and they're not messing on anything. And meanwhile, the Illini, whenever they're on offense, can do to miss a man on the ice.
Face-off lost by the Illini, but stays in their offensive zone. It's behind the net now. Number 21, Jake Townsend, Colorado native. This Lindenwood team, not many guys from the St. Louis area. Essentially only Tommy Heinzman. That's Townsend. Kyler Newman. Opilka. It looked like it was going to come into the stands, but it doesn't. Stays in play. And the Illini able to go for a change. Shot on, slap shot. Donovan Bird knocks it to the side. And big hit into the boards for Paul Prekos as his fellow number 2, Colton Crago, tries to get to the corner. Another big hit. Tower Opilka takes a hit into the boards.
Yeah, looks like Illini are going to get caught in a change. No.
And Bobby Ernstine active stick by number 12, Vic Lombardi, also a Colorado native. That Bobby Ernstine might have had a one-man rush. 12:18 left to go. The Illini trailing by 1. Evan Sabo takes a check in open ice. And ahead to Jack Healy. And Lindenwood somehow comes away with it. Illinois can't set up much on offense right now. Lindenwood just playing so much faster on their ice.
Yeah, I'm curious on what the percentage is on some of these passes, because for Illini, it's awfully low.
Murphy. And blocker saved by Joe Nolan, so that one couldn't even get to Donovan Bird. And Joe Nolan, Illinois' best two-way offensive defenseman. Evan Sabo throws a check in neutral ice, and Sabo, that one hits the boards and the ceiling as well, so that's twice in about 2 minutes. Another stoppage in play, but Illinois, right now, they can't get any sequence of shots. They can't get any redirects on Cooper Cedot.
No, they can't. Honestly, offensively, they just haven't been able to control the puck for more than seems like 20 seconds. So that you know, that's going to be, hopefully it won't be, but it looks like it's going to be a continuing problem for the Illini today.
1 goal so far. Shane Plummer's strike. With about 14 minutes left in the first, Neil Novosel takes a check into Lindenwood's bench. Behind the net now, behind CDOT's net, is Lindenwood. Ring number 2 in the country, 9-0 entering today's game. They've already swept Robert Morris in CSCHL play. Nolan. Pass to his line mate today, Charlie Salk. And that's Ursulak, no career goals, looking for number 1. And Donovan Bird able to get a glove in on that one, as now Joe Nolan comes away with it after the puck is loose. And throws ahead to Drew Richter, and his pass was just too far as he tries to lead Richter going with that 2-line pass, couldn't. And neutralized pass, good play by Thomas Colas to get a stick in there as well.
Some of these passes from Nolan too, just not high percentage passes. Don't take them.
Ursulak going down near side to the end boards. Thrown into the corner. Tyler Opilka, the Effingham, Illinois native, tries to throw a check and get that puck loose, and it finally is Charlie Salk tips it ahead, so Salk unable to do the first two, able to get this one into neutral ice.
And a line change needed for the Illini.
And they want to get that line change right before that puck thrown into the netting. So almost halfway through the first period, 10:15 left to go. Illinois trails by 1. And I feel like where this game is happening right now is neutral ice. Lindenwood is winning almost every puck battle.
They are.
In that space.
Yeah, and it goes to, honestly, you don't think it will play that big of a deal, but in the big pond, some of those passes off the boards bounce. It seems like a little bit better, so they connect a little bit better. And Illini, when they do that here, just hasn't been as good. Hasn't really gotten to its man as much as it does at the big pond. So a little bit of an issue here. And they set up their offense a lot that way. They like to almost dump the puck into the neutral zone.
Caleb Burns, sophomore out of Kansas. And a huge hit. John Moskluck will have a penalty right there. Number 15, Brendan Murphy. John Moskluck thrown to the ground.
Yeah, that's a huge hit. And if you're the Illini, you're going to want to get a little revenge on that one. So watch out. But, hey, a prime opportunity here.
To finally set up something on offense. Try to get this cycle going and get a few shots on Cooper Cedot.
Yeah, this is going to be...
if you're watching that hit, though, go back on YouTube. That was a wild hit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Moskluck did not see that coming. John Moskluck, 7 goals, 1 assist entering the weekend this season. 2 minutes for charging, so Joey Salk now at the left point. Joe Nolan at the point. Nolan tries to... Joe Nolan maybe a little too fancy right there, and potentially a 2-on-1. Kolmovsky gets to it, tries to go past Donovan Bird with the save, and now Joe Nolan. Lindenwood will go for a change.
Yeah, 30 seconds in, Illini haven't gotten a shot, but
Lindenwood has. Yeah. And messy pass from Drew Richter. It's Thomas Colas. Joe Nolan at the left point, and knocked away with the skate of a Lion. That was Lombardi. Behind then now, it's been 45 seconds. Illinois without a shot stays in their zone. That's Salk, Nolan, Drew Richter. Another stop with a skate. Kyler Newman this time. Back to Nolan. Thomas Coas, left circle. Surveying. Joe Nolan with a shot blocked away by Cedot.
Yeah, 4 guys in front of the net. Good shot there, Joe Nolan.
All the way down.
I want to point this out too because it's a little unusual, but the penalty box here with no...
Not sure what they just called.
No boards. Yeah, I think it went out of bounds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Didn't realize that.
Yeah, it bounced right back in. So, yeah, that happened. But Illini still with a good chance here.
So we're at 50 seconds left now. Illinois with essentially 1 shot on Cooper Cedot on the first power play of the game. Is that one? A lot of pucks going out of play. These boards are short.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. I don't think we'll have a 30-minute delay like we did the last Friday at the Big Ponds.
No, but we might.
But it might add up.
Yeah, it might add, exactly.
A lot of stoppages in play. Illinois just looking to get in a rhythm and get maybe a few shots on Cedot. Into the corner. Tyler Opilka. Opilka leads Bobby Ernstine on the pass. Into the left point, John Moskluck. Evan Sabo. Opilka can't get the save. Great pressure by number 10, Nick Green. Green shot on blocker save by Donovan Bird. But that killed another 20 seconds off this power play attempt. 20 seconds left now. Skating up the ice, Casper Ribba. Ribba past to Bobby Ernstine. Ernstine puts a move in a man at the left point. And now he has to go all the way back. So that's going to be about 10 seconds left by the time Illinois sets up again on offense. They got 1 shot on this power play.
Yeah, and just unable to really set up an offense. And even when the positive's going up, Forfar didn't win the face-off over the other end, was able to get the puck back. A missed pass results in a shot from Lindenwood. So.
Even strength, Evan Sabo going through center of the ice. Sabo takes a hit. That puck knocked away. Lindenwood suffocating defense. Good active stick by Neil Novosel in neutral ice. And Sabo now takes a hit as he was trying to just get the puck to the blue line.
Yeah, and they're absolutely bullying him. Looks like it's going to be called for hooking.
Yeah, hooking on, I don't know, it looked like it was Jack Graham and Neil Novosel. I think it'll only be one of them and be whichever one the ref desires. And that will send the Illini now to the PK.
It looks like actually it's going to be
offside.
So for the
Illinois catches a break.
Yeah.
I guess the offsides happened before the hooking.
Right. So
hooking was after they got to the blue line. So
I'm not going to complain.
No, Illinois catches a break now, and that would have been about 5 minutes left then in the first period until we were to even strength again. Now it's 7-10. Illinois trails by 1. Can they take advantage of it? Puck thrown along the boards, far side end boards. Charlie Salk finds Jack Graham. Graham to Novosel. Good pass to Sabo. And Sabo now a 2-on-2. Sabo takes a hit at the blue line. Able to get ahead to Jack Healy, who is riding his man. And Lindenwood comes away with another loose puck. Story of the game so far.
Yeah. They're bullying.
Alcalo shot high and wide of Donovan Bird. Number 6, Matt Runyon, knocked away by Neil Novosel. That's Healy. Healy and Novosel both fighting for the puck with 2 Lions. Spinning pass to Charlie Salk. Salk ahead to the blue line. Evan Sabo trying to knock the puck away. Illinois able to go for a change while still on defense.
Yeah, big problem here. Honestly, Illini are just unable to get the puck to the center of the ice. You just got to try and work around that. Less space here, but...
Luke Forvar just was taken down by his man.
Yeah. They're getting bullied tonight.
Yeah, that's where Illinois. They're the ones on the ice so far tonight. They got to find a way to kind of change that tail of the tape.
Yeah.
Matt Runyon on the Lion. Nick Green stolen away. Number 20, Ricky Haddon into the game. Skating as the 13th forward for the Illini tonight. Townsend. Good play by Joe Nolan, able to tip that one ahead. 5:30 left to go. Illinois trailing by 1 on Shane Plummer's first period goal.
And even now, offensive side, unable to get the puck, except for right now.
Yeah, finally Illinois maybe. And another loose puck battle won by Lindenwood. Nick Green passes ahead. So Illinois once again playing on defense, and another offsides, I believe.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing that's keeping Illinois in this game so far is Lindenwood mistakes like that, because Illinois can't get anything going on offense and they can't get to a puck first.
Yeah, and Lindenwood just keeps on making that mistake. They keep on slowing up right before the blue line. It's the move that you can't really do if you're Lindenwood.
No, just keep
Makes
it
no
going.
sense.
Keep the pedal on the brake, or keep the
and the line are giving them space too. So
make Illinois change their style of play, because right now Illinois needs to change it just to get anything going on offense. Near side, pass ahead by Caleb Ernst. Charlie Salk, and somehow getting in between that. And a huge hit into the boards by Barrows. Joe Barrows. Barrows not even on my Blair Barrows, freshman, not even on my roster sheet. On the official roster though. Hasn't played that many games yet this year.
No.
Jack Graham, 4:20 left to go in the first. Illinois trails by 1. Pass to Luke Forfar, neutral ice, and another loose puck found by the Lions. Going to that, Forfar tries to get to a first. He finally will, behind his own goal now. Illinois trying to get it up. It's Evan Sabo. That pass just too far for Sabo. Now it's going to be Lindenwood going the other way. Number 25, Apo Nurminen falls. Well, Forfar tips it ahead. Back and forth right now. Illinois tries to get to neutral ice. Lindenwood comes away with it. Probably the same thing once again unless Thomas Colas gets to a first. He won't. So about 4 things of the same sequence in a row.
Yeah. They're not giving any rushes to the Illini.
And
no one-on-one with the goalies.
Potentially now.
Right now.
Rick Haddon, Vince Avino. Haddon to Avino. Pass wide on the cross-ice pass.
Yeah, that's the best opportunity there, any fan.
Not 2 of your best puck handlers. You'd rather have a Bobby Ernst and Luke Forfar on that kind of 2-on-1 rush. Sauced ahead by Bobby Ernst. And that's Shane Plummer, 5'11" freshman out of Maine, had 1 goal so far this season, 1 game-winning goal, and now he has 2. That one at Illinois' right point, but now going through neutral ice is Lindenwood once again. 9-0 so far this season, number 2 in the country, only behind Adrian College, the team Illinois lost to in the ACHA National Championship a year ago. Casper Urba in the corner, 2:40 left to go in the first. To neutral ice, Matt Runyon, Minnesota native, 5'10", sophomore. Joe Nolan spins a man. Finds the puck on his stick. Joe Nolan going to lead the rush himself now. Pass to John Moskaluk. Moskaluk tries to kick it to get it to himself, and he can't. Out Kalo. Kalo drops it for Ursulak. Ursulak skating, right circle. Centering pass to Shane Plummer. Far side, number 14, Alex Kalo. To Townsend. Townsend shot! Left side on Donovan Bird. It's 2-0. Lindenwood, 2:03 left to go in the first period.
Yeah, Colas tried to recover there and just unable to get Ursulak. Or was that? Yeah, Thompson, my bad. Before he took a shot. So that's going to happen. And that's getting the puck. That's the perfect place to put it, right next to the center of the ice. And Bird just unable to get the other side and block that puck. So really the perfect setup, perfect shot.
Jake Townsend, 6 goals, 6 assists. That's a 6th goal of the season. Had 5 entering this weekend. At 32 points last year. It's no surprise that Illinois had to circle his name on the scouting report tonight. Thomas Kolaj tries to go far side on C-Dot. Into the corner, Enborns. Rush led by Kyler Newman. Newman all the way ahead behind Bird. Bird gonna play it. Dangerous play by Bird with a trailing Lion ahead. Puck looks like it was once again gonna come into the stands. It doesn't. Now it's Drew Richter. Richter looking for a shot. Save. Net dislodged. C-Dot jumps on top of it. 83 seconds left to go in the first. In Illinois, you can see that they're trying to get something going now. They realize now's the time to start getting the offense, but unable to still.
And I'm glad Bird did take a little bit of a chance there. That honestly set up the offense for a shot, chance there. Honestly, why not try and do as much as you possibly can in this game? Down by 2 to get a couple more shots, even if they might not go in. Take a chance.
Illinois almost with a goal off of that draw, but Ricky Haddon couldn't get in. Just over a minute left to go in this first period at Wentzville, Missouri, the Lindenwood Ice Arena. Joe Nolan catches the puck in neutral ice, drops it down, and pressured by 3 Lions immediately. They know how to shut down a player.
Yeah.
Komovsky. Blair Barrows. Number 25, Oppo Nurminen. That shot wide from the point. Austin Wilk skating far side half boards. Thrown ahead. Good centering pass, but Joe Nolan got in front of that one. Ricky had it. Just over 30 seconds left to go. Takes 2 hits from 2 Lions in neutral ice. And the puck now ahead by number 16, Vince Savino. That 4th line not doing much so far tonight.
Nope. And Nurminen, too. He's been had a couple great poke checks to get the puck back to Lindenwood.
Tipped ahead, 12 seconds left. Opoka was trying to use the boards, couldn't get it out. Looking for the outlet now, Joe Nolan, 6-5, tipped ahead, into past the blue line. John Moscow throws behind his back, and that's how the first period will come to an end. So, not a great first period for the line. Not too many shots on Cooper C-Dot. A goal from Shane Plummer, a goal from Jake Townsend. What are your thoughts after one?
I think you're glad that you're only down by 2. A lot of time, you saw what, you got a period of hockey under the belt. You saw what Lindenwood's going to give you. Try and make an adjustment here at the half end of the period to make some kind of adjustment. But I think if you're the Illini, it's going to be a tough game. They're just playing very physically, outplaying you physically, really. What I want to say. And, it's hard to say because Lindenwood's just been so good in almost every aspect of the game so far that it's hard to find a weakness and trying to exploit that. But
well, Illinois is
going to get creative.
Yeah, they're going to have to find a way to get at least 2 goals if they want to take this game to overtime and the one. Illinois down by 2. Looking to even up the series here at the Lindenwood. We'll be right back. Illini Hockey on YouTube.
This was, without a doubt, probably the fight.
Will you hold the line when every one of them is giving up and giving in? Tell me, in this house of mine, nothing ever comes without a consequence and cost. Tell me, will the stars align? Will heaven step in? Will it save us from our sin? Will it? 'Cause this house of mine stands strong. That's the price you pay. Leave behind your heart and cast away. Just another product of today. Rather be the hunter than the prey. And you're standing on the edge, face up, 'cause you're a natural. I've been it hard as stone. You gotta be so cold to make it in this world. Yeah, you're a natural. Living your life control. You gotta be so cold. Yeah, you're a natural. Will somebody let me see the light within the dark trees shadowing what's happening? Looking through the glass, find the wrong within the past, knowing we are the youth. Caught until it bleeds out a world without the peace, facing a bit of the truth. The truth. That's the price you pay. Leave behind your heart and cast away. Just another product of today. Rather be the hunter than the prey. And you're standing on the edge, face up, 'cause you're a natural. I've been it hard as stone. You gotta be so cold to make it in this world. Yeah, you're a natural. Living your life control. You gotta be so cold. Yeah, you're a natural. Deep inside me, I'm fading to black. I'm fading. Took an oath by the blood in my hand. Won't break it. I can taste it. The end is upon us. I swear I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. I've been it hard as stone. You gotta be so cold to make it in this world. Yeah, you're a natural. Living your life control. You gotta be so cold. Yeah, you're a natural.
And welcome back to the Lindenwood Ice Arena. We are here in St. Louis with Illini Hockey on night 2 of their series against Lindenwood University. Alongside Anthony Pasquale and Patrick Catazone, I'm Sophia Morano, and this is your intermission report presented by WPGU 107.1 and YouTube. It's the end of the first period against the Lions. The score is 2-0. We saw Illinois playing the defensive side throughout most of the period. So do you think that this came to the team's advantage, or do you think it really hurt them?
When you play the entire period in your defensive zone, you're obviously doing something wrong. You got to be on the attack at some point, and the Illini ultimately never were. Every time they crossed the blue line, they lost the puck anyway. Lindenwood dominated that period. They probably should have more than 2 goals, in my opinion. They were all over the ice, getting every loose puck, knocking the Illini on their butts a lot of times, and that's something that Coach Fabrini has to address, because that's something that has to change.
Yeah, definitely. I think we saw a lot of Lindenwood controlling the puck. One thing that I noticed is that with the Illini, you really only saw a couple players trying to get in there and to go after that puck, while a lot of them were kind of hanging back and trying to play the defense. But I think in the long run, with Lindenwood just being so powerful, it's almost like they're bigger and better at the physical game than the Illini are, and this is really starting to hurt them in the game.
Yeah, I think you might have to abandon the physicality game, because you're not going to win that one. So the one thing I was thinking about that whole period is, instead of trying to out-hit them, maybe trying to be pesky, you know? like it'll work the same way as being physical, because all it does is annoy the other team. And if you can be pesky and just keep attacking pucks and control them, I think that'll work better for the Illini. What do you think, Patrick?
Yeah, you know, they're just, honestly, they're getting bullied in this game, and it's hard to come back and you know, try and be physical because Lindenwood is just playing better. They have the lead, but you gotta try and find something and try and get a little bit more physical some way somehow. I think, you know, you said it exactly right. Try and find some kind of chance and maybe try and get creative offensively. I think they should try and use a little bit more of the boards personally. Because that center of the ice is just completely blocked off by the Lindenwood defensemen. So try and find opportunities outside the center of the ice and look towards the boards.
I agree.
And Lindenwood's definitely been doing their homework. I got to say, they've been blocking some of the major players that we have here. Evan Sabo, Luke Forfar. It's just been a rough game overall for the Illini. The Lindenwood Lions, I would say, are just bigger and better at the Illini's own game than they are. Everything they can do, Lindenwood is there, and they can do that, but also stronger and with more force, which really has not been a good look.
Yeah, Lindenwood, just after 4 periods of play against them, they look like just a better team, every aspect of it. Their goaltender's been playing very well. Their offense is everywhere, and their defense isn't allowing a puck to even get in their zone, let alone the back of the net. So I personally think Illinois kind of has to scrap a new strategy together. I'm not sure what that might be. What do you think, Pat?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure either, but I just want to point this out as well. You know, the Illini team is looking a little bit more scrappy. You think they played yesterday against a good Lindenwood team, and I imagine the same thing happened last night. They got bullied and they lost. So coming back on the ice, you know, obviously tired from yesterday, because yesterday was a marathon too. That's going to happen, but in terms of changing it around, I think you just got to take better percentage passes almost, because they're passing in and it's just not not working the way you'd want it to. They're not connecting. They connect on a couple more of those passes. I think the period goes a little bit differently. I think it might be a 1-0 game, but yeah, it's tough when you're getting this bullied around to try and find and not panic. So that's what they're going to try and do.
I definitely have to agree on that after seeing a couple of the Illinois boys kind of hanging back while the fight starts to go back into the Lindenwood zone. This is really when it started. This really creates a lot of poor communication kind of between the players. And I think we really need to see everybody stepping up and doing their part in this game, just because I don't think they can get by anymore just relying on a few key players to go against a team like this. Whereas in the other games that we saw back in the Big Pond, that was kind of coming to their advantage, was where the strategy was kind of trying to build up, especially like we saw the younger players, the freshmen, the sophomores. But now I think they really need to get together as a team and get in there.
Yeah, like I think you nailed it when you said it looked like a lot of times that the Illini kind of stayed back. And I think part of that is not necessarily that the Illini were being timid, it just at all times looked like Lindenwood had 10 guys on the ice. They were skating all over the place, controlling every puck no matter where it was, and that's something that the Illini definitely needs to address, whether it be this period or games down the road, because you're not going to win games when you can't control the puck.
Yeah. Would you say this is kind of a wake-up call for the Illini going into the conference season, as they're going to start facing more of these teams later on?
I think there's a lot of factors, but it definitely should be. You lose 7-2, and then you're down 2-0 after 1 period of play, and you're really getting bullied out there, like Patrick said. I think it has to be something that kind of rings your bell a little bit, but it's definitely not like a must-win game or anything like that. We're not that desperate this early in the season, I would say.
Yeah, definitely would agree with that. So today we also saw Donovan Bird. He is now the goalie for this game. So how do you think he's doing overall with this game? Do you think they need to bring Jake Barnhart in, or do you think he can hold his own for the rest of the game?
So both goals kind of seemed to surprise him a little bit, the way that he was screened in front of the net by some Lindenwood players. I think Donovan Bird's really strong on the glove side, a little bit weaker in the 5-hole, and I think that's where both goals ended up creeping in. So that might be something to address, or something just to blame on the fact that he couldn't see those pucks.
Yeah, I think definitely give Donovan Bird the rest of the game. That first goal is a little bit on him. He was screened, but you have to find your way around that and expect the puck, like you said. And I think that went right under his right pad, I believe.
Yeah.
And The second one, I'm not going to blame on him because it was a defensive lap. He's got to be a little quicker going from his right to left side, which is a little bit issue. Maybe even flash glove. If he gets his glove out to his left side on the that play a little faster, he saves the goal. But I'm going to give him one goal against him, and the other one was a defensive lap. They just left. I think it was Opilka left his man wide open.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Bird's got a little bit of a bigger physical stature than than the other two goalies that we have. So he doesn't really move around right to left like you said, as well as maybe Barnhart or Alroyd might. But I think he's definitely got the glove, and like you said, if he can just flash that a little bit quicker, it might be a 1-0 ball game.
I agree.
Yeah. So let's talk about the next period here. So what do you guys expect to see, and do you think that the Illini can come back after this?
Well, I'm hoping to see the Illini are panicking a little bit less. It seemed like on a couple of shots, I think it was Opilka again. I'm picking on him, but he panicked and passed it to Joe Nolan, and Nolan I think had the puck stripped, but Opilka could have taken the shot there with a screen goalie, and something could have happened. Don't panic on those offensive sides because Lindenwood's coming at you. They're a little bit more physical. They're bullying them, and I think that's causing the panicking. So, if they take relax a little bit more and try and find the right guy, right pass, this period is going to go much better.
See, I think the key offensively is definitely to relax a little bit more. They look a little bit, like you said, panicky, but I think it's the exact opposite on defense. I think they gotta up the intensity a little bit more on defense, because if they have no room to relax right now. They're down 2-0. They've been outscored 9-2 in 4 periods. That's not like this Illini hockey team, and I expect the second period to be a lot tighter defensively. I don't think the Illini will give up a goal in period 2.
Yeah, hopefully for this next period now they've come to expect what Lindenwood has to offer, and they know that they're not going to win at the physical side. So on that note, we're going to go back to break and then hand it back over to Steven and Anthony for period 2. So once again, alongside Anthony Pasquale and Patrick Catazone, I'm Sophia Morano, and this has been your Illini Hockey Intermission Report, presented by WPGU 107.1 and YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be right back, and let's see if the Illini can come back in the second period.
You know I'm back, like I never left. Another sprint, another step, another day, another breath. Been chasing dreams, but I never slept. I got a new attitude and a lease on life is a piece of mind. Seeking to find I can sleep when I die. Want a piece of the pie, got the keys to the ride and shit. I'm straight. I'm on my way. Get up my way. I'm running late. What can I say? I heard you died twice. Once when they bury you in the grave, and the second time is the last time that somebody mentions your name. So when I leave here on this earth, did I take more than I gave? Did I look out for the people, or did I do it all for fame? Legend is Exodus, searching for euphoria, judging through the mud to find the present, no ignoring. I got 20,000 deep up in the street like we some warriors. My mama told me never bow your head. Whoa.
I feel glorious, glorious. Got a chance to start again.
And welcome back to the Lindenwood Ice Arena in Wentzville, Missouri, alongside Anthony Pasquale. I'm Stephen Cohn. Right now working out some video difficulties, but going to get those figured out here during the second period. Get the video back for you, but right now just stay tuned with that Illinois hockey. I'll be right back screen. It is the second period of Illini hockey now presented by YouTube. The Illini down 2-0 after one period of play, as we will continue to try to figure out these issues with the video that was working just 20 minutes ago during that first period. Right now going left to right, going right to left is Lindenwood. 2 goals in that first period, one from Shane Plummer, another from Jake Townsend. Already one whistle early on here in the first. Here's second. 19:38 left to go.
The Illini are definitely looking to trying to minimize the damage from that first period. They were down 2-0 after the first period of play. The second period hopes to look a lot better for the Illini. The face-off taken by the Illini, controlled in the zone. And down, no icing. Moskalik attacking Murphy. Reba poking around at the puck, but Lindenwood secures it. Lindenwood gets it all the way down. Icing is called. It'll come back right in the Illini zone. See, I think the second period for the Illini is going to have to be a lot of trying to match the physicality of Lindenwood, because they bullied us and bullied the Illini in that last period. And in the first minute of the play, it'll be Ernstein taking the face-off against Plummer. Netted a goal in the first period, and Plummer wins it, and here comes Lindenwood, right to left. Ribba gets it back, passes it to Ernstein, and Moskalik. We got a 2-on-2 shot by Moskalik. Sent away by Seabot. Poked at it again there.
Yeah,
coming back down with Lindenwood.
Still trying to work out these video difficulties. No idea what's going wrong right now, so had these issues also last weekend as well, while the Illini were playing Central Oklahoma. 2-0, 18:35 left to go at the blue line. A big hit, a tumble, and down goes Bobby Ernstein, who's shaken up in a lot of pain after that one.
Yeah, his head came straight down on the ice. That's never good for the whole back and neck area. And that'd be a huge loss for this team, him being the captain.
He's back up now. That shot on Donovan Bird, one to the line, goes into the boards.
Healy gets hit again. He's been on the ice a lot in this game, I would say. He's been playing a physical game, something not a lot of hockey players want to go after. Poked away by Ribba.
Yeah, Ribba going now down near side, knocked away by number 25, Appo Nurminen out of Helsinki, Finland.
Ribba takes a hit again. Lindenwood is all over the Illini.
Yeah, Illinois can't get anything. Set up an offense, 17:48 left to go in the second. 2-0 Lindenwood.
Sabo gets knocked down again.
Yeah, you got that's Stephen Quinn on the sitting in the seats right there. Shocked that no penalty accounted for by the Lions on that one.
I was going to ask, where is Stephen Quinn?
Yeah, he's sitting over here. Some of these guys dealing with injuries right now, as you're in that point in the season, about a month in. Donovan Bird starting that tonight.
The Illini looking to cut a little bit closer into this deficit.
Still 17:10 left to go, so a lot of time left in the game, but Illinois so far with only a few shots on Cooper Seedot. Ahead to Barrows.
They got outshot in that last period, 28-9. It's never something you like to see.
And again, we do apologize for the technical difficulties regarding the video. Had in that first period, now working out for the second, so game is going on. There are 16 minutes left to go in the second period. The Illini do trail by 2. The Illini hockey is going on right now. That's Tower Opilka going over through neutral ice. Ahead, saved by Cooper Seedot. Some extracurriculars after the whistle, but not much doing there, so the Illini once again can't get anything going in offense.
Yeah, that's been a familiar sight in this game and yesterday as well. The Illini got to figure something out offensive, maybe create some different looks, come outside the slot a little bit, ride the boards a little bit. You got to find some way to get the puck onto your players' sticks and in the back of the net. It'll be Forfar taking the face-off.
Gonna try something a little different right now. We are going to use my FaceTime camera until the next intermission when we can try to work out something a little different. So bear with us here. It will be a video. This won't be the best.
Lindenwood offsides.
I'll keep it on Illinois' side of the offense. Bear with me.
And it looks like Forfar will be taking this face-off again, this one against Lombardi of Lindenwood. And Lindenwood wins it. Lombardi gets another one off of Luke. Into the Illini zone. That puck got cleared up and off the ceiling.
How's that look? We got one side of the ice at least on your screen right now as we try to work this out. At least if Illinois scores, we'll have video of the goal. So that's something, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you know, can't see Illinois though on defense as they are right now. Offensive zone draw for the Lions.
What a test for a play-by-play guy.
How's that look? Yeah, we got Patrick and Sophia on the laptops. It looks fine. Yeah, I got a thumbs up from Patrick, so I assume things are going well with just trying to adjust, just like the Illini do right now. 25 minutes, only a handful of shots on CDOT, not much time with the puck, and once again in neutral ice we go. Stopped at the blue line is the Illini. Charlie Salk thrown ahead. You can see that on your screen now. And now it's Cade Owat. Cade Owat, number 18, thrown all the way ahead. Looped. The Lions will go over a change. 15:30 left to go in the second period. It's number 6, Matt Runyon.
The Illini still struggling to get the puck. That's something they struggled with all first period as the Lindenwood Lions had control of the puck probably for 15-16 minutes of it.
John Moskowik, a ref has to jump up to avoid getting hit by that puck. It's behind the Illini's net. They can't get it. They can't get the puck though. They can't control it. And thrown into neutral ice once again. So the Illini, every time it gets in their offensive zone, it's not them with the puck, it's the Lions.
And every time it's in their defensive zone, the Lions have the puck. Everywhere on this ice, they've been controlling the puck. That's something that the Illini definitely need to look to fix if they plan on winning this game.
Good back check by Paul Prikos, who takes a hit and falls down. That shot saved by Donovan Bird. 14:40 left. I hope you're enjoying your picture of Cooper Seedot on your screen. But the Illini are hoping to also get to go see Cooper Seedot. Right now, as you said, it is all Lindenwood with the puck essentially this entire game so far. And that's gotta be a tolling on the Illini too. They gotta be exhausted at this point, running around so much on defense.
Yeah, they've been chasing. They're chasing all game. They're chasing after all of these Lindenwood, not only offensive players but defensive players as well. They're skating circles around the Illini, and the Illini need to figure something out. There's a block shot there.
Yeah, nice job by looks like Evan Sabo to use his body, get in front of that one. Into the corner. And that puck being held against the boards. Behind now is Joe Nolan. Nolan tries to flip it ahead. He can't. It stays in the defensive zone, and now trying to do the outlet will be Tyler Opilka. They changed up that defensive pairing, seeing they need kind of just any sort of offense from any sort of line.
Yeah, they need to figure out a way to get some pressure on the offensive side because they have not had any in this period and hardly any last period.
That shot blocked by Donovan Bird. Nice job using the glove.
I was saying in the intermission report, it looks like Bird's very solid with his glove, but like Patrick was saying, he's not as quick going from left to right, so that might be something that Donovan Bird has to work on a little bit going forward.
And Royce Allred, the backup goaltender tonight, Jake Barnhart, the starter, is running our camera. It's not his fault it's not working. He's doing everything again. 13:51 left to go. 2-0 Lindenwood here in the second period. On the draw, Jordan Klomowski out of Pennsylvania. But it's one. That Luke Forfar stays in the offensive zone, though, for the Lions. That shot just past Donovan Bird. Past the net. So it's not a goal, stays in their zone. At the goal line, Klomowski. Another block. Wow, Donovan Bird right now. And that's one's going to rattle in between the post. Paul Prikos takes a tumble after. But it's another goal, 3-0 now. Lindenwood, 13:32 left to go in the second period.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem with that whole sequence is we won the faceoff, and right after we won the faceoff, we did not have the puck the rest of that possession. Lindenwood grabbed it right after that, and they kept on peppering Donovan Bird. And when you keep going after that many chances of him going left to right to left to right, part of the net's going to open up, and Lindenwood capitalized on that.
And that's part, I think, it all started with the faceoff, kind of losing that win. Like, sure, you won the faceoff, but you weren't able to clear it at all. Stayed in their offensive zone. And Lindenwood able to capitalize. A 3-goal deficit for the Illini. Now they lost 7-2 last night. 10 total goals in the weekend. Illinois moving fast to Cooper Cedar with the glove save. You see that Lion now maybe trying to pick up that pace a little bit and just catch the Lions off guard, but still it doesn't work because Cooper Cedot's an excellent goaltender.
Yeah, he's a really good goalie, but I think that's the key here. They're a very physical team. They're also very quick, but what can play to the Illini's advantage? They have some very fast skaters, so if they can kind of pick up the pace a little bit, I think that'll be key in terms of getting C-Dot moving a little bit and try to get a goal in the back of the net.
Thomas Colas behind that. Pass to Bobby Ernsting. Stays in the line. Is offensive zone. Ernsting fighting for it. Puck at the blue line. Good save by Bobby Ernsting to throw that one all the way down, but it's going to be Cooper Cedot that finds the puck first. Drew Richter giving chase to Darien Native, but it's now Lindenwood with the puck.
It's almost seemed like this entire game has had Lindenwood on a power play.
Essentially, yeah, it feels like it's been a 5-on-4 just because they got Illinois always chasing for the puck.
Yeah.
Not the case now. That puck in neutral ice, thrown back. Number 15, Brendan Murphy, 4 goals, 7 assists, entering the weekend. Matt Runyon, 5'10", sophomore defenseman, at the left point. To Murphy, to Runyon from the point. Hits the back of the boards.
Bird lost it for a second. Thank God it was behind the net.
Yeah, that is a moment where Donovan Bird, maybe just a lack of kind of reps at this level, has to just be able to find that puck a little faster because right now not able. It's giving up 3 goals in less than half the game.
Yeah, it's definitely something that he's not used to or comfortable with, and that was you kind of saw that there. Like you said, lack of reps might be the answer to why that puck was lost, but limiting vision on the puck whenever you lose sight of the puck is never a good thing, especially for a goalie.
11:52 left to go. Left point saved by Wilk.
There's a delay penalty now on the Illini. 6 attackers for the Lindenwood Lions.
So now it really does feel like a power play, and they will. Lindenwood at the left point, number 25, Nurminen. Back to Nurminen at the right circle. Nurminen with the shot, finds the back of the net! On the delayed penalty, so they'll still have that power play coming up. But Nurminen strikes, takes advantage. It's 4-0 Lions, 11:33 left to go in the second.
Me and Patrick were talking about Nurminen. He is a very good hockey player. He's built like kind of an NHL comparison would be Zdeno Chara. He is massive.
He's a head above everyone else on his team.
And he's listed at 6'3", and I really don't think that's true.
He's like 6'8" on skates.
Yeah, definitely 6'8" on skates. He's got a powerful wrister, but he's also a really quick skater. And he skated through 2 or 3 Illini before bearing that one in the back of the net.
So the 2-minute minor for Joe Nolan now. As it's 4-0 Illinois, so a chance for Lindenwood to make it potentially a 5-goal game in the next 2 minutes. That would be just halfway through. There'd still be about 10 minutes left in the second period. And that's when you start to feel like Illinois might be in trouble. Nick Fabrini called his timeout because now's the time. You can't afford to give up that 5th goal right now. What adjustments you make if you're Illinois? Because 8 minutes ago, at the start of the second, it was only a 2-0 game. Illinois was still in it. Now it feels like it's starting to get away.
See, everything we keep saying, what adjustments can you make? It's very difficult to call because we've said try to be a little bit quicker, and once they amp that up, then you've got odd man rushes in the zone. It's a difficult situation because every aspect of the game Lindenwood is dominating. So I think the Illini might just need a change of pace of some sort, maybe switch up the lines a little bit, build some different chemistry because nothing's working right now. And if you want to make this game a little bit more respectable, you got to figure something out.
And this is one of those changes involved maybe pulling Donovan Bird, putting in Royce Allred, your backup forward tonight, giving him a chance to get in this game for a bit because right now it can't get worse unless you just want to let Donovan Bird just kind of maybe work through this early season struggle.
Yeah, I mean, Patrick was saying, me and Patrick agreed that this was definitely Donovan Bird's period, but not maybe for the whole 20 minutes. I think maybe you pull the leash.
If there's a 5th goal, if there's a goal,
if
if there's one more here in this power play,
give Allred a chance. He hasn't been bad this
No,
year.
but it's not like Donovan Bird's been he's been solid. It's just his defense in front of him, and Lindenwood just obviously controlling time with the puck.
Yeah.
Has hurt the line so far today. Thrown down. Illini on the PK for the second time today.
Right before that face-off, Moscow had gotten a little bit of a tie with number 23, Zach Mitchell. And as we said in the pregame, Zach Mitchell has 10 goals this season, and the Illini's leading point scorer has 10 points. So
the Illini like to share the love. They had the 20 goals in the first 2 games.
Yeah.
They don't want to give it all to one guy.
And like we said, that top point scorer is Stephen Quinn, and he's not dressing today. So the Illini are without a big portion of their offense today.
Yeah, that's the boost I feel that this Illini team could really use right now. Someone like Stephen Quinn, that energy guy in that lineup. Nurmanen shot wide, tried to deflect.
I think game 1 and 2 he had a hat trick and a pair of goals.
Yeah, had a huge opening weekend against Michigan State back in late September. Illini return home next weekend to play Robert Morris before welcoming the Alabama Crimson Tide to the Big Pond in 2 weeks. But right now, Illinois focused on just potentially trying to even up the series with Lindenwood. That shot, good blocker save. With his left blocker by Donovan Bird. Flipped all the way down.
The save icing there.
30 seconds left on the power play for the Lions.
Yeah, that was a smart move over there by CDOT. He knew that they had an opportunity for an odd man rush, so he blocked the icing and sent it right back. But fortunately for the Illini, they went off sides, and the Illini will get a little bit of a break here.
31 seconds left to go on the power play for Lindenwood. 2-man minor for Joe Nolan. 4-0 Lindenwood, though, as we are now officially halfway through regulation. Matt Runyon skating through the center of the ice. Pass to number 14, Alex Kalow, 6'2" senior forward.
I think it was our second series against Illinois State. We had 4 shorthanders in 1 period.
Yeah,
maybe we could. That'd be nice right here.
I don't think Illinois wants to be shorthanded that many times.
Definitely not.
And that'll be that PK for the Illini. That's successfully killed, so it stays a 4-0 game.
There's a positive.
Yeah, that's one of the few positives so far tonight. They're able to kind of step it up right there out of the timeout that Nick Fabrini called on the minor as that puck flipped all the way into the stands.
Does the puck have to go back, or is that a souvenir for a fan?
Keep it. Oh, she's like, there's the girl that has it. She's not sure what she should do.
Maybe you guys can see in the bottom right.
Maybe, yeah. She's gonna hold on to it. So that's a souvenir. It's always fun.
Yeah.
Obviously, a different seating setup as and the Big Pond, where there's seats all around and they're all above the ring.
And the Illini won the faceoff, but lost their win again as Lindenwood gets the puck right back.
Jack Huey across the blue line to Gasparilla. Shot! Check that, it's Evan Sabo.
That was the first, in my opinion, that was the first difficult save that CDOT had to make there.
This game?
Yeah, I
think
so.
This game?
I think so. They haven't been peppering him enough.
No, that was a tough, tight angle shot from Sabo, in the corner, close to the goal line. And it was a good pass from John Moskal to set that up, but just not able to find the back of the net was Evan Sabo. Evan Sabo has 3 goals, 3 assists this year entering the weekend.
There's another face-off loss for the Illini. I think that might be the biggest way to kind of turn this game around is you got to control the puck right from the get-go, and if you can't, then Lindenwood's going to keep having it, and you're not going to be able to do anything about it.
And Bobby Ernstine among the best in the CSCHL on faceoffs, but needs some help from his team as well. 8:30 left to go. 4-0 Lindenwood from the Lindenwood Ice Arena in Wentzville, Missouri.
And nice steal there.
The active stick by Joe Nolan. Had the John Moskal. Moskal takes a hit. It goes all the way down to CDOT. Moskal pressuring in front of CDOT. Number 21, Jake Townsend, has a goal tonight with the puck. Back to Burrows, now to Townsend. Townsend, quarterback in the rush. Across the blue line, over the line, ahead. That's the blue line. Good pass to Caleb Ernst. The shot deflected as Ernst goes flying into the boards. Good save by Donovan Bird.
Might have been a hook there, but I think the refs missed that one.
Illinois won't complain.
Yeah.
Ernst again to Barrows, to Klomowski, all the way to Emborns. Barrows giving chase. It's number 13 again, Ernst. And great save by Donovan Bird. As Illinois will still try to clear the puck as they finally get neutral ice ahead all the way to Ricky Haddon going. He won't be the first, he'll be icing on the Illini. It's an exhausting moment right now for the Illini, just having to play so much defense, and maybe in the past like 6 minutes or so since the Nermanen's goal with about 12 minutes left to go in the period. It's been all Lindenwood.
Yeah, and even after that penalty kill, which we said was a positive, they spent the next 2.5 minutes in their own defensive zone, aside from that one shot. So Lindenwood is still dominating. Whatever adjustments the Illini made after the first period haven't been working, they're going to have to go back to the drawing board again.
Wilk puts the moves on a man to the boards.
Just toying with him.
I don't blame him right now. You got an exhausted Illini defense. Not able to get a change on that icing either.
I can't imagine how tired these players are after having to do this for 60 minutes yesterday. Right back at it in less than 24 hours to do it again.
Yeah, they did it back in March when they played 4 straight games in the ACHA National Tournament in 4 days. That fourth game, of course, was the 8-1 loss to Adrian, so just exhausted at that point. But against a physical team like Lindenwood, about 2 games in 24 hours is no easy task.
Not at all.
Good play by Drew Richter with the puck in. Oh, yeah. Nobody was close enough. Bobby Ernst was kind of the trailer in that situation. Richter.
C-Dot blocked that straight away as well.
Yeah. Yeah, Bobby Ernst couldn't. It was just a step too slow. Otherwise, would have had a good chance in front of C-Dot. 6:20 left to go in the second period.
I think one of the keys might be to get some of your bigger guys, like maybe Moskalik, in front of the net, if of course you can control the puck at the blue line.
It's usually the play for the Illini. They just can't even get in front of the net because they can't set up an offense that's not just a rush.
Yeah, whenever a goalie's having like such a good couple of periods, a couple of games, he's got a hot streak, the best thing to do is don't let them see the puck. But the biggest task for the Illini now is to get to a point where they're controlling the puck in order to do that, in order to put some guys where you want them and kind of manipulate this defense, because their defense has been manipulating our offense, and vice versa on the offensive end. Their offense has been manipulating our defense.
Yeah, one quick shot on the rush from the corner is not going to do it against Cooper Cedar. And it might do it once, but it's not going to do it 4 times in 25 minutes. There's a chance. Luke Forfar in front of the net.
Forfar's one of those guys that his nose is wherever the puck is. He's all around the puck. Really valiant effort today by both him and Moskalik. They've been everywhere. They've been taking a lot of hits.
Now, Moskalik took the huge hit at the blue line in the first period. Led to the first penalty of the game for the Lions.
One of the things that scares me is when Donovan Bird comes out of net, he takes his eye off the puck for just a second to see where his guys are. And that always seems to be when Lindenwood's closing in on him.
Casper Ribba at the goal line. Good active stick.
Ribba looks to get that puck back.
And finally, Tyler Opilka in the moment. And maybe there's a chance for the Illini. Ribba tries to center. Back to Ribba. Ribba to Opilka at the right point.
And see here, you got Forfar in front of the
net.
net.
Line. No, yeah, exactly. And this is the first time, I think, in a period, it seems like Illinois was able to set someone up at the point.
And see, it all happened when they controlled the puck, but it took 3 Illini to do that.
It took a whole period. Stays in their zone. Drew Richter
takes
a huge hit. Shot wide by Thomas Colas.
That was the best offensive rush we've seen in at least the second period, maybe even the whole game.
I think that was the best rush of the game, and that's why Illinois currently trails by 4.
Lindenwood is a very good hockey team. And they'll definitely be around late in the season, February, March, and we might see them again. We do see them again.
Oh, you do, yeah. January, yeah. But you'll see them again in the CSCHL tournament. Probably is the #1 overall seed in that 5-team tournament that's being held here at the Lindenwood. When they have that home ice advantage, that will be almost impossible to beat them in that kind of atmosphere. Thomas Colas with the shot. Just over 4 minutes left now in the second period.
Their defense has been suffocating. It hasn't really given the Illini much room. Do you think maybe a bigger arena, like the big pond, might have anything to do with the Illini's offense?
Well, Illinois is able to, as there's an offsides call with 3:50 left to go, Illinois is able to manipulate the big pond to put the boards. They can skate, but they can also manipulate the practice when they go to smaller rinks like this, kind of manipulate to be the size of the rink they're going to. And or they'll play 3-on-3 at the big pond in practice. But right now, you can't really manipulate this Lindenwood defense because you can't make it. You can't kind of scout a guy like Oppo Nurminen unless you actually play Oppo Nurminen. Another shot deflected by Bird.
Yeah, you'd have to put Rib on Forfar's shoulders to kind of to be that presence in the, especially in neutral ice and then in the offensive zone. But like Chara, he's a defenseman, so when you're coming into the zone and you see a big guy like that, there's no way to get around him.
Ricky Haddon tries to lead the rush, but he can't. Illinois will go for a semi-change.
Good keep.
Just over 3 minutes left to go now in the second period. That line trailed by 4, 2 goals each period for Lindenwood. Ursulak, puck knocked away. Illinois will attempt to break out. It'll be Joe Nolan to Forfar. Forfar, good pass to John Moskowitz, got on the tape, but knocked away. Why not at this point?
Yeah.
Feel like a broken record, but it's just Illinois gets the puck to neutral ice. Lindenwood, active stick, knocks it away, going back the other way again and again and again.
And I think the biggest thing is they're pinching 5 guys in neutral ice. It's not like
it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's not like anyone's getting back on Lindenwood to try to just. They have such an aggressive forecheck, and that's what changes it.
And they recover from that aggressive forecheck to be right where they're supposed to be once the Illini finally get past it.
Or it at least slows the line down. A quick team, a lot of fast skaters, and they're able to then set up. Matt Runyon.
Yeah, they've definitely stifled the quick skating game that the Illini has recently been playing.
Great glove save by Donovan Bird on Tommy Heinzman, sniped from the left circle. 2:10 left, so Illinois it's going to be the same thing. Just try to set up something on offense, control the puck, get a shot in the back of the net, maybe try to break into his lead the final 2 minutes of the period. Other than that, I don't know what else they can do.
Yeah, if you could carry any momentum whatsoever into the third period, that'll look good, and it'll feel good in that second intermission. But I think like you said, we're a quick skating team, and they're not letting us be that. And we got to get back to our true selves. And it looked like we had it for that one rush when we actually set up on the point, set up in front of the net. That looked like the Illini team we're used to seeing. Let's see how often we could get that.
Thomas Colas had almost a chance to control the puck, but a great play.
I think he held onto the puck a little too long there.
Murphy, shot wide, knocked away by an Illini in front of the net. 1:44 left to go in the second. And neutral ice. There's a chance. Colas breaking out. And the center of the ice taken away by number 25, Oppo Nurminen.
Nurminen's everywhere.
Everywhere. That's all you can say. He's absolutely everywhere on the ice. And it's not even his size. It's his strides with his size. He's
a big guy who plays quick. It's something that you don't see very often, but it's something that you got to learn how to defend if you're the Illini.
Nurminen gets back. The Illini are off sides. With 72 seconds left to go in the second period. And it's been since 1 minute since we had that last conversation about just like try to control the puck. It's been the same thing.
Yeah.
Lindenwood on offense the entire time. And the Lions don't even look that exhausted in this case because they're able to get changes so often because the puck's always in their zone.
And you take a 3-on-2 opportunity like that, one of the rare occasions that you'll have one in this game, and you have an offsides. It's not something you could see.
Glove save by Donovan Bird on Caleb Burns' shot.
He's good with the glove. I'll say it once, I'll say it again. Donovan Bird has a really good glove, and that's something he's been using to his advantage all game to prevent this game from getting way out of hand.
Illinois 5-2-2 so far this season.
Whereas the Lindenwood Lions are 9-0.
Yeah. Illinois 6-2-2. This is the 11th game of the season. And those 4 losses to some of the best teams in the country, Minot State, Jamestown, and Lindenwood, looking to avoid their 5th overall loss, 3rd regulation loss this season. You beat the teams you're supposed to beat. You'll lose the teams that are better than you, but you hope to stay competitive in those. And so far, in those 3 games North Dakota and the 2 games this weekend, Illinois hasn't been able to keep up.
Yeah, it's one thing, like Patrick was saying earlier today, it's one thing to lose in a game where you were in the game, but the Illini haven't really been in this game. It's a different kind of feel when you lose, when you're dominated. You almost feel like you don't belong on the ice with these guys. And that's a mindset that you got to shake, because you're going to see these guys again, and they're going to be around if you want to win a championship.
Illinois hasn't won a championship since 2008, so it's going to be 11 years now on that drought since Nick Fabrini was the captain of an undefeated 2008 team. Big in center ice, 12 seconds left to go in the period. Joe Nolan with the puck.
There were a lot of players on this team right now that went to the championship.
And now we've got a scramble, and we got punches being thrown. See it get broken up right there. Referee has to jump on top of it. We'll see who that was. It was Jack Graham for the Illini.
13 against 13.
Yeah. Caleb Ernst, Jack Graham.
Caleb Ernst is 6'4". He's a big guy. That's one of those things you like to see if you're the Illini. You like to see something like that. Maybe energize your team, give them a little boost. Because that's not a fight you're going to win if you're Jack Graham. Jack Graham, where do we have it on here? He is
6'1".
Down 3 inches.
Yeah, but that's the kind of fight that you want to see from the Illini still, because it's been a disappointing weekend so far, and you want to go home with some kind of feeling that it's going to get better. We're still in this together, and maybe that's the kind of thing we'll see who gets sent to the box. It looks like right now will be Ernst at least, and Jack Graham as well. Yeah,
and when you look around that bench and you see a guy that's willing to go out there and essentially fight for the guys that are wearing the same color jersey as you are, that's a refreshing thought as you end this period and you go into the next one. Maybe they can come out a little bit stronger and a little bit more united as a team, and that'll be something nice to see for the Illini.
Let's go over one thing, though. Caleb Ernst was the one throwing the punches on that.
100%.
Jack Graham ended up on the ice, and then Caleb Ernst just started punching. So I assume that's been building up throughout the game, but yeah, I didn't see Jack Graham really retaliate in that sequence. I'm going to assume he did in some manner, but that was Caleb Ernst mostly on the physical end of that little brawl.
And as you said, it was in the brawl, but it's also been this entire game that the Lindenwood has controlled the physical end of the hockey game, and that's something that the Illini did against Michigan State. They did against Illinois State. They did against all these teams that they beat, but whoever controls that aspect of the game is usually going to have a good chance to win.
6.6 seconds left. 4-0 Lindenwood. Illinois with the offensive zone draw, 2 minutes for Ernst. And they'll put Jack Graham's penalty eventually on the board, but that'll be how the second period comes to an end. So not an exciting period for the Illini. Another 2 goals allowed. Those two both in the first 8.5 minutes. Can Illinois do anything to salvage this weekend here in the final period?
Well, I think it starts with one thing. Maybe a change in goaltender. I know Donovan Bird did not give up a goal those last 12 minutes, but I think a change of pace in the goaltender spot would be good. But I also, as much as Lindenwood dominated, those last 12 minutes I liked for the Illini. They had a couple of nice offensive rushes. They had a couple of times where they set up shop in the offensive zone, and they not only are they being pesky, but they're not giving up, and that's something you like to see. You got to keep that fight through in this intermission and come out in the third period and be ready to play hockey. You just got to play hockey.
Apo Nurminen and Rick Zombo's team doing great so far this weekend. 11 goals to the Illini's 2. None so far tonight. 4-0 after 2. The Illini Hockey Intermission Report coming up right now on YouTube. It's 4-0 Lindenwood. Illinois needs a miracle.
All right, we are back with your second Illini Hockey Intermission Report presented by WPGU 107.1 and YouTube. At the end of the second period, the Lions are now ahead 4-0, and alongside Patrick Catazone and Anthony Pasquale, I'm Sophia Morano. So guys, last time we said that the Illini needed to make some changes to their strategy so they'd be able to stand a chance against Lindenwood. And honestly, I'm not really sure that they knew that either, because Lindenwood has still manipulated the puck for the majority of this period. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to be pretty much saying carbon copies of what we said last period. It was almost identical. The Illini got dominated. They gave up 2 goals. Lindenwood had the puck the entire game, or the entire period for that matter, and it's something that I don't know if it's something that you can address right now. It might be something long-term that you need to fix over a couple of practices, because it might just have to do with the fact that this team is exhausted right now. They've played, I believe, 5 periods straight against this team that's been out-skating them, out-shooting them, out-hitting them. They've got to be pretty beat up.
Yeah, you and I did say that. It was basically the first period played again. And I think that it's reflected in the score. It's 4-0 now, obviously 2-0. But I felt like this period, they had a couple more opportunities than this one, so I like to see that. That being said, they weren't able to capitalize. Defense, again, looked a little slow, but right now it's a great opportunity for the Illini to do some 4-on-4 hockey, make the rink a little bigger. That certainly helps the Illini, even considering they play in the big pond, a little bit wider of a rink. So expect hopefully them to come out hot and come up with a couple good offensive opportunities coming right out the gate of the third period.
And I think a lot of this is kind of Lindenwood's big strategy, is to just kind of go at it with the aggression and really get all of the momentum and energy out of the Illini so they don't even stand a chance in these later periods to even get up there against them,
Yeah, they're getting, I don't know exactly what the hit totals are, but they're definitely getting out hit, and that's something that the Illini aren't really used to. In most of the games that we've had this year, they've been the team that was bigger and out hitting people, but 10, I would say, Illini players have been hit to the point where they've fallen on the ice today, and that's not something that is easy to get back up and dive right back in. Nobody wants to be knocked down like that, and it's one of those things that the Illini definitely have been struggling with all game, and yesterday as well, where Lindenwood is just dominating them almost to the point where they're dominating their bodies. They're dominating the puck, but also they're dominating the bodies as they're getting knocked over, knocked down, hit. Whether it's a penalty or not, it's something that takes a toll on the body, which is, like we've said, they're a very tired team, but the fact that they're getting beat up also has to do with it.
Yeah, and a lot of what we're seeing here is kind of the Illini chasing after Lindenwood here. They're really not even putting up much of a fight offensively anymore. It's really just a lot of Lindenwood controlling and Illini trying to follow, trying to match, but they just can't do it. They're not fast enough to outsmart them.
Yeah, it looked like there was one point, like the last 12 or so minutes in that second period, there was some light shine for the Illini. They looked really good offensively once they were able to set up at the point, put somebody in front of C-Dot's eyes, because that's how this Illini team scores. That's how they've been so good this entire season. And kudos to Lindenwood for not letting them do that. But once the Illini were finally able to do that a couple of times in that period, they looked a lot better as a hockey team.
Yeah, and I'd like to add this. You mentioned the slowness of the team a little bit. This is the second day they had to face a strong team against Lindenwood, and I think the Illini definitely are a little bit shaken up from yesterday, and still not to say injured, but tired from last night. So that's I think that's definitely playing a role in the game today, and I think it almost goes for both sides too. Lindenwood scored 7 goals fairly quickly last night, so it goes for both sides. But it's clearly Lindenwood tonight is the best team, and that's why.
So moving on here, so what do you guys think is going to happen in the third period? Do you think the Illini are going to be able to figure it out now, or do you think that it's over?
I mean, I never like to say it's over, because there have been crazier things that have happened in sports, but I expect to see a little bit more of the same, where Lindenwood is having a lot of control of the puck. But what I'd like to see is the Illini keep moving their skates, keep their sticks on the ground, and get back to playing the hockey that they're so good at playing, which is controlling the puck and especially not being timid on the offensive end. They've had a lot of sloppy passes, a lot of opportunities where they didn't shoot the puck where they could have. And if you want to score, you got to put the puck on the net. And I think if the Illini can just do that and go back to the fundamental basics of hockey, they're going to look like a different team. I'm not saying that they're going to come back and score 6 goals in this period and win, but I think it'll definitely be a better period for the Illini.
I think the goal for the period, for this period for the Illini is going to be just try and score one goal. Try not to burn out too badly tonight, just because this is a tough team, number 2 in the country, and they played absolutely fantastic. You can't really point to one point of their game tonight that was really weak or needed help, other than maybe they were too physical, which I don't even know if that even exists. But you like to say, you said this, never say never, but just the way that Lindenwood's been playing this entire game, how the Illini have kind of responded to that, it's almost fair to say that Illini aren't going to win this one, but never say never. You've seen weird things.
Definitely an intimidation game tonight, and I think I would really love to see the Illini get at least 1 goal in here. And I don't want to sound like too much of a pessimist, but I really think after tonight, the Illini really are going to have to go back and do a lot of thinking for these upcoming conference games and really get together and figure out what their weaknesses are, what happened, and try to figure out how to fix them.
Yeah, definitely getting back on the right track after this one is a good thing, and I think that starts with not giving up on this game, but building some momentum in this period that maybe you can carry on to the next games and further on in this conference season. Because if you figure out maybe a weakness in this Lindenwood team, maybe you're not going to win this one, but maybe you could beat them in January when we play them again. The important thing to remember is this is not the last time we're going to see this team, and this is not the last time we're going to see a team as good as they are. So any type of building towards the future, because this game doesn't decide our season. Yesterday didn't decide our season. Our season has so much more potential yet to come, and I think building in any way, shape, or form in this third period will be a positive going forward.
Definitely. And on that note, that is all for your second intermission report. Once again, alongside Anthony Pasquale and Patrick Catazone, I'm Sophia Morano. This broadcast is presented by WPGU 107.1 and YouTube. We're going to go back to break now, but stay tuned as Stephen and Patrick take us through the final period, and let's see if the Illini can get a goal in here against the Lindenwood Lions. Thank you.
Somebody save your soul, 'cause you've been sinning in the city. I know too many troubles, all these lovers got you losing control. You like a drug to me, a luxury, my sugar and gold. I want the good life every good night, you're a high one to hold. 'Cause you don't even know. I can make your hands clap. Said I can make your hands clap. Somebody save your soul, 'cause you've been sinning in the city. I know too many troubles, all these lovers got you losing control. You like a drug to me, a luxury, my sugar and gold. I want your sex and your reflection when they're holding you close. 'Cause you don't even know. I can make your hands clap. Said I can make your hands clap.
And welcome back to the Lindenwood Ice Arena in Wentzville, Missouri. Alongside Patrick Catazone, I'm Stephen Cohn. And we have third period Illini hockey for you as the Illini trail 4-0 to the Lindenwood Alliance. Thanks for tuning in the broadcast on YouTube. Patrick, it hasn't been a fun game. Of course, we had the camera working in the first period. The camera did not work in the second, so we decided to go with the FaceTime camera. So we have to leave it on one side of the ice. So we're going to choose the Illinois' offensive side because if they score, assuming you want to see that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's for the highlight reel.
Yeah, and so we can make highlights after a game, assuming Illinois will score. So if the camera seems like it's stuck on one side, that's the issue. Chance Homer and Jake Barnard doing a great job running the camera today. But we are running into some issues in that manner. But the Illini, it doesn't matter if we have camera work right now because they're not doing anything on offense at all. And now they're down to 20 minutes left to find 4 goals, where through 5 periods this weekend, they have 2.
Yeah.
Can they find a way to score 4 or 5 this period?
You know, I'd like to try and figure out a way that they could, but I'm going to go ahead and say it's fairly unlikely. This defense has been absolutely fantastic for Lindenwood. You can't really point to one thing that Lindenwood has done bad tonight. They've just all around offensively, defensively, poke checking away from the Illini, doing a whole lot. And I just want to point out Donovan Bird will be continuing playing goalie in the third. I
thought they would change. I thought you have to change it up at this point.
Yeah, and I said at the intermission in the second period, I think you give Bird the game anyways, just based on the way Lindenwood's play. I think a couple of the goals you can give to the defense not playing perfectly. Not necessarily Donovan Bird, but he does have his flaws, and I think they've been absolutely exploited in this game. You know, like I said, doesn't move great in the crease. He goes left to right a little slowly. His glove is also not the fastest.
But his defense isn't even helping him out tonight because they haven't been able to clear a bunch of pucks. And you credit Lindenwood for that. All the pressure they put on the Illini made it almost impossible. So far tonight for the Illini to get anything going on the other side of the ice. The face-off won by the Lions. They're going left to right here in this final period of play this weekend. The Illini 0-1 right now in CSCHL play after losing 7-2 last night. Looking to find a way to even up that weekend series, or at least just have some momentum going into another big conference matchup with Robert Morris, the Eagles, next week.
Yeah, they trying to get a goal here. Honestly, do as much as possibly can. Try and get some offensive.
Just try to feel good about yourself.
Yeah,
it hasn't been a fun weekend for you to play yet.
No.
And try to get something going here this final period of play. Luke Forfar going up over the blue line. Dumped ahead. Cooper Sida leaves the net behind it now. Throws it up to number 4, Jordan Kolmovsky. Forfar checks Kolmovsky into the boards. And Forfar in the corner. Laying down. Kolas couldn't save that one. And Bird's going to have to leave his crease to play it. And a dangerous play as chasing up was Kolmovsky.
Yeah, Bird's going to take that chance 4-0. Try and get the puck back to the Illini. And honestly, not the worst start for the Illini so far.
No, they've been on the other side of the ice. That's all you can ask for at this point. Just kind of try to break down that Lindenwood defense and control the puck a little bit. Thrown all the way down. Bird plays it behind his net. Going now to go get it. Joe Nolan and Drew Richter. 18:30 left to go. The Illini trail by 4. 2 first period goals, 2 second period goals. Nothing for Illinois. Joe Nolan and the goal line. Centering pass. Thomas Kolas. Tipped all the way up. Hits the ceiling again. So offensive zone draw for the Illini. A good chance to really get a chance to control the puck and try to pepper Cooper Sida.
Yeah, and our opportunity face off here in the offensive zone. Honestly, if you're in Illini here, try and get us a sock and let him take a shot. I think defenseman or Nolan too. Those two have been a little bit shy when taking shots off face-offs, and at this point, why not? And yeah, and I said it at the beginning of the broadcast, try and get them to take those shots because those redirection, rebound off of them have been good opportunities for the Illini so far this year.
Several people tossed from this draw, and so it's taken a while. Oh, there's still 11 seconds left on the 2-minute minor for number 13, Caleb Ernst. So, but they were coincidental, so it's also Jack Graham. I think that part of the scoreboard is not working. So it's been 5-on-5, but the Illini have been able to hold their own 2 minutes in to the final period.
Nolan with the puck now.
Nolan the sulk. Sulk and neutral ice. Pass too far for Drichter all the way down to CDOT. They'll want to go for a change. To Jack Healy. Healy behind net. That pass. It's Evan Sabo. Sabo gives chase. Can't get to it. Poked away by the Lions. Good play neutral ice, and they'll want to have it back. Ahead. CDOT with the blocker save. Where he had it now of control. Spinning. Tries to pass the puck. Lindenwood gets it on their stick again, so you're starting to get in that cycle again where Illinois just tries to get the puck deep, and Lindenwood just throws it the other way.
Yeah, it's
and that was off the helmet of a Lion.
Like I was saying, defensively, Lindenwood's going to do that to you, and Illini haven't been able to do much. Honestly, for the Illini, just try and get the puck not in the center of the ice, try and work the boards.
Murphy through neutral ice. Just trying to get the puck back so they can set up some kind of breakout. 17 minutes left to go in this game. The Illini trail by 4. It's been after about 18 minutes now of play since Opwin Urban's second period goal. On the delayed penalty. Casper Riba to Joe Nolan. Nolan takes a semi-screen. Nolan to the goal line. Spins, stops, and starts. Pass to Neil Novosel. Back to Nolan. Nolan at the left circle. That's a shot! And it's blocked by CDOT. That's the kind of shot, though, you want to see from John Moskalik and Joe Nolan.
Yeah, absolutely. Let them take the opportunity again. I don't know what the Illini are doing so far, but they've been good opportunities on offense.
Ursulak shot wide of Donovan Bird. Stays in the offensive zone, almost in the Illini's bench. Bench is very open here. It's kind of like, it's not really a bench.
No, it's
open part of the ice. And one flips over Donovan Bird. He didn't see that one at all. It just kind of rattled over his head. And it's the 5th goal of the game, 5-0 on Lindenwood's goal.
Yeah, and
he had no idea.
Yeah,
you didn't even see
it.
It
Yeah,
just kind of happened.
I was looking at the other side of the puck, and the puck was just there, and yeah, I don't know what to say about that. That puck's going to happen every once in a while, so don't blame Bird too much, but got to be a little bit more aware where the puck is when you're goalie. Mostly, too, it's played a little bit of a role into it. Those the goal line's extended a little bit farther on the ice than it typically is, so.
Yeah, there was a pass. There was a shot about a little inside the center of the right circle, and just able to get past Donovan Bird. 5-0 game. Big hit Paul Prios takes into the boards, and we will have a penalty, probably for boarding, right off the draw.
There is one thing that's gone decently well off the line tonight.
I'm interested to find out what
penalty kill. I thought the penalty kill wasn't too bad. That was the. I was sitting here for the second period. That was the one thing that came to mind. So if that ever happens, it looks like no call there. So
Bobby Ernstein, 15:45 left to go. Alongside Patrick Catazone, I'm Stephen Cohn. You're watching Illini Hockey on YouTube. 5-0 Lindenwood. After they were able to strike now in the third period as well. They've struck in each period today. And Tyler Opilka tried to get the keep, but he can't. Thomas Kolas gives chase. Spinning pass by Opilka. Drichter might be the first to get to it. He won't be. It's number 21, Jake Townsend, the 6-foot Colorado native.
Opilka's got to throw his entire body against that puck to try and save him, keep it out in the offensive zone. He's made a bad move there.
Townsend to Barrows. And another bad pass in the neutral ice for the Illini, so unable to clear it. Townsend again. Number 4, shot wide by Klimovsky. Klimovsky boarded, and they're unable to get a rush. Potentially a 3-on-2 if they get fast enough. Luke Forfar over the blue line, shot, deflected, blocker by CDOT. I don't know, I like that Luke Forfar is trying to create for himself, but he had 2 other guys trailing him, where one little pass could have maybe set up someone to be open to get a shot on CDOT.
Yeah, and like we said, players are worried about what's going to happen with these Lindenwood players hitting them, so Forfar's going to take that shot and not think about anything else.
Deflected in front of the net, so that's the Illini helping out their goaltender. 14-15 left to go. traffic in front. Donovan Bird able to make the save. And Caleb Burns looking to get into it again. This time with Jack Healy, and they have to be separated.
Yeah, good save there.
Caleb Burns to Jack Graham again are once again exchanging words. Last period, at the end of the period, it was Caleb Burns throwing punches on Jack Graham.
Yeah. Because Anthony said, you're not going to win that battle, but glad he's picking it. Give the Illini a little juice to finish the game on the third period here.
Yeah, we're out here in Wentzville, Missouri, about 45 minutes into the state, about a half hour north of St. Louis. Donovan Bird with another save. Video worked in the first period, has not worked since. So we hope you enjoyed our on-camera pregame show that Anthony and Sophia had, and then also that first period with video. And now we are regulated to just use the one side of the ice.
Yeah.
So we have to use a FaceTime camera.
Luckily, at least in this third period, we've had a lot more on the
yeah, you've gotten
offensive
to see.
side.
You got to see hockey.
Yeah.
That's a bonus. 14 minutes left to go. The Illini trail by 5, looking for some kind of miracle or at least just some momentum going forward. Would have been offsides if the Illini touched it. Casper Rubba takes a hit. It's behind their own net. Lindenwood tries to break out. Past the neutral ice on the tape for number 9. Tommy Heinzman. Pass in front. Skate save by Donovan Bird to top that one aside. And a chance for a 3-on-2. John Moskowitz evades a hit. Can't get with the keep. Charlie Salk takes it back in neutral ice. That one will reset, also go for a change. Salk couldn't find Luke Forfar at first. Forfar boarded. A good play as Stricker able to get to the puck fast, but also takes a huge hit. He's still down on the ice. And the Illini's bench really wants a penalty to be called on Lindenwood as Stricker slow to get up.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to call anything here, but maybe I'm wrong, but I think they just want to get him off the ice just in case. No?
Looks like they're going to be saying Jake Townsend to the box. Check that.
Oh.
I really thought.
Yeah, it was really weird. You ever seen a ref assist a player to the bench?
Yeah, I thought he was being assisted to the sin bin. Like, well, not much going right for the Illini today except their PK.
Yeah, the penalty kills the one thing, the one upside I was.
And I'm not going to credit the delayed penalty kind of to a bad PK because that was Lindenwood at that point just kind of imposing their will on the Illini, especially Oppo Nurminen with that 4th goal of the game for the Lions. 5-0 now. Nick Fabrini talking to the officials to kind of get explanation for why there's no penalty called on the blindside hit that Drew Richter took.
Yeah, that's, some of those hits aren't going to get called, and it is hockey. It's going to happen. You're not going to get every call.
Richter, far side, half boards. Under 13 minutes now to go in this game. Thank you for joining us on YouTube. Alex Kalow, right circle. Move on a man. Good save by Donovan Bird. Opilka trying to chase Shane Plummer, who had the first goal of the game for the Lions. Salk to Kolas, to Salk, to Richter. Richter takes a hit. The game's slowing down now dramatically, kind of just a lull in the action. And Lindenwood just, at this point, just toying with the Illini. They seem tired.
Yeah, Illini took a bad shift change there, too. They kind of let Lindenwood do what they want offensively, and like them so far, keep it in their offensive zone.
And Jack Healy, a chance for a one-man rush. Jack Healy, right circle, shot, glove save. Cooper Seedon.
Good shot, even better save there. There's not much going for the Illini. I mean, that one-on-one was well defended too. Forced him to take a bad shot just outside the circle there. So,
and that's
not much going.
That's Illinois' only shot in the best 5 minutes. It feels like.
Yeah, after a really good start to the third period too.
That shot wide from Paul Preet goes off the draw. Wilk with it. And neutralize the Lions. That pass too far for Colton Crago. Crago from Wisconsin ended up in Wentzville, Missouri.
And Prego, too, he made the right move there. He let Rico's try and get to it and put him into the course to try and get the puck back instead of going for the puck the first time and taking the check. So good move by him.
Wilk dumps it down. That's Prego now. Prego to Wilk. Wilk the right circle. Only one man to beat. And the 6th goal of the game comes from number 12, Vic Lombardi. The junior from Colorado, kind of a lot of misdirection there between Wilk and Prego and Lombardi. They confused Donovan Bird, and now it's a 6-goal deficit for Illinois.
Yeah, and Wilk, you really thank Wilk for that goal because he drew Donovan Bird out fairly far off the crease. So not much you can do there if you're Bird. Got fooled there. A great pass results in a score for Lindenwood. So
now I saw that when Lindenwood played Robert Morris, the team Illinois plays next week, a few weeks ago, they won one of those games 10-0. Which and when I saw that score when I was doing my research on Lindenwood, I was like, there's no way. Like this is this team might be good, but that'd be a fluke game. I think we've seen so far this weekend between these two games that this Lindenwood team is really that much better maybe than the competition right now.
Yeah, physically.
Just all facets of the game.
Yeah, passing, shooting,
goaltending.
Everything has been absolutely fantastic tonight, and
discipline.
Yeah, absolutely, and
like I didn't think this team could be this good, but I think so. I've been doing this for 4 years now with the Illini. I've seen a lot of Lindenwood, and this is as good as it's gotten.
Yeah, this is some of the best hockey I've seen personally in person. Just
at like this
absolute
level,
domination.
This is club hockey, and this team is a well-oiled machine, up and down the lineup.
There is going to be. It looks like Illini are going to get a power play here.
Good chance.
What it was, but
they're sending Zach Mitchell, who has TMI 10 goals now, to the box.
Illini have a chance to do some damage control.
I don't know if it's damage control at this point. I think it's really just kind of focus on going forward and making sure that the team's not falling apart here. You want to make sure you're still together in this and just try to get a goal.
Yeah, and I think it's very frustrating when you don't score at all. You know, even in a 7-2 loss, you score 2 goals. You're proud of those 2 goals. You can look at the upside of that. But when you get shut out, it's a little bit of a different story.
They got as close as, I think, 3-2 yesterday, so I think it's about 10 straight goals now unanswered that Lindenwood has scored this weekend on the Illini goaltenders. Prego, centering pass, too far, all the way back down. 10:35 left to go. Lindenwood up by 6. Looking to complete the touchdown, get the extra point. Yeah. That was a chance for you to make an Illinois football joke.
Yeah, I was gonna say something, but I'm a little too upset by the Illini football team today. So,
yeah, at least that team scored. I didn't mean that. Of course, they got lucky. I bet they probably had 4 field goals.
Yeah.
And that touchdown from Reggie Corbin. Not a good game from Illinois sports. No. Not a good day so far for the Illini.
Not at all. It's been a bad couple of weeks for Illinois.
Prego offsides.
Except for Illini volleyball. So.
No, Illini volleyball, of course.
We got that going for us.
I think they're in Nebraska tonight.
Yeah, so good game.
That's not the top 10 matchup. Illinois wins that in volleyball, and they might be also joining Illini hockey as one of the top 4 teams in the country in their own sport.
Yeah. And you mentioned the top 4. This is a good Illini team. They're just getting. It
just might show maybe the talent disparity at this point because this is a very, very good Illinois team that has made a good team like Central Oklahoma last week, and they made them look silly at points.
Yeah.
And now you're seeing what's going on here.
Yeah, it's just Lindenwood is that good. Illini are good, but Lindenwood is a great team. So,
but there's still a lot of time left in the season.
For sure. Don't get too down on this Illini team at all. It's just today has been a bad day.
More on the schedule in a second. Alex Kalo go in deep. All the way on boards into the corner now. Illinois will try to clear. It's tipped at the point. Charlie Salk. Knocked away by a Lion. 9:23 left to go. And tempers are starting to rise a little bit, especially among the bench and some of the scratches for the Illini offsides. As Jack Healy took a long time to get up because number 28 Shane Plummer was kind of standing over him for a while. That was a weird
skate up in the air.
Yeah,
that was really weird. I thought it was stuck for a minute, and then
I don't think it was.
Pulled it. Yeah, it's a weird thing to do. Hockey.
No, as I was going to say, like Nick Fabrini this year made the most difficult schedule he possibly could because he wanted to make sure his team was prepared for the ACHA tournament. Of course, it's a conference game, but Illinois' entire schedule is built for March, and they'll make the tournament no matter what. So it's about learning experiences from these games. They rebounded very well after the North Dakota weekends, and with those Central Oklahoma games, now they'll have a chance to rebound next 2 weekends against two good teams, Robert Morris and Alabama.
Yeah, I think you learn the most by yourself and you grow the most.
You don't learn much from a 10-0 win.
Yeah, right, you don't. And you know, those MSU games are fun to watch, fun, I'm sure, very fun to be a part of when you're scoring that much. But you don't learn, and you're not challenged. It's better for the hockey team to play a good Lindenwood team than it is for them to absolutely blow out MSU.
And there looks like it might be a hooking penalty on Shane Plummer, so it's finally really starting to boil over now. Yes. So Plummer will head to the box, two-man minor for him. Illini go to the power play. 8:31 left to go in this game. 6-0 deficit for Illinois. Alongside Patrick Catazona, I'm Stephen Cohn. We're here at the Lindenwood Ice Arena on the campus, not on the campus, but close to the campus of Lindenwood University in Wentzville, Missouri. Saturday night Illini hockey. Game started at 4. The Illini next matchup played 7:30 p.m. on Friday night against Robert Morris in the Big Pond. Right now, 8 minutes left. Opilka to Ernsting. Cross-ice pass. Kasparova couldn't find the back of the net.
Great shot there. Nice setup as well.
To Ernsting, looking to do it again. Ernsting with the shot. Cedot with the save. Traffic in front. That's what they finally need to find a way to get. It's starting to get that. Set up again. Ernsting at the left point. Goal line pass. So Luke Forfar sends all the way down, but that's my highlight of at least the second and third period for Illinois.
Yeah, and I think you saw it there. Opilka too. He was able to hold the puck in to get another shot. Wasn't panicked. That's a big thing for the Illini in this game. They were panicked. They didn't want to get hit too hard by Lindenwood, and were forced to make mistakes. And I think so far in this penalty, it seems like they haven't been forced to make mistakes.
Opilka to Kolaz. Add to Healy. Healy tries to just poke at it, but Cedot knocks it away with a stick. Almost a keep by Salk. Back to Kolaz. Kolaz joined the team midway through last season and really just imposed it. Did a great job. Now he's one of that line's top forwards. Kolaz over the blue line. Left circle. Borden. Into the corner now. Kolaz. In the left point. Under 7 minutes. Kolaz. Goal line pass. Kolaz heads to the goal line. Jack Healy. Back to Kolaz. Centering pass. Drew Richter. And all that great. You notice how many times I had to say Thomas Kolaz's name. Yeah. He's creating on offense for the Illini.
He is. And you really like to see that, mostly considering he is on that first line. He's part of that top team too. Yeah, good power play for the Illini so far, and only really one mistake on our.
They're getting shots though. That's what you can ask. Like
right.
Finally get get shots.
Yeah.
Don't be playing the entire power play on defense.
Yeah.
As they have been.
Right. And on the other side, Cooper Cedot's been fantastic.
Yeah.
Even in this power play, unbelievable how many saves he's gotten.
There's a reason he's undefeated. Another shot, Charlie Salk saved by Cedot.
That could have went 5-hole if it didn't. So.
There's a reason Cooper Cedot entering this weekend at a 7-0 record with 1.29 goals against. That's good.
Yeah, 2 shutouts too.
Yeah, basically allowing one goal a game.
Yeah.
When you're doing that as a goaltender, you don't need that much help from your defense.
Nope. And offense too for Lindenwood.
Yeah, you don't need 6 goals every game.
So,
that's why this team is well-rounded. Joe Nolan, 5 seconds left in the power play. And that's how that power play rush will come to an end. He's coming back onto the ice is Shane Plummer. Dumped by the Lions, 6 minutes left, and that's icing on Lindenwood.
Fight, looks like. A couple punches, Richter, and
no, it's Jack Healy, and couldn't see who it was right now for Lindenwood. And a few of the young ones, a few of the peewees are
painting against the glass.
Yeah, they're like, fight, and it's like, no, please don't fight, because if you fight at this level and get ejected, you're suspended for the next game.
Yep.
And I doubt either of these teams want Well, one of their starters ejected.
No, it's
Looks like Jack Huey though might.
Yeah, they're calling.
Looks like Jack Huey might have been ejected.
Yep.
So he gets the gate to leave the rink. Or leave the rink from the official. Stephen Quinn, Chance Homer will go check on him down there.
Yeah, some of the juniors here too.
Well, I thought they were announcing what happened down on the ice, but they're announcing that November 10th they've got special events here, I guess. So that's cool.
Hey, there you go. You coming down to?
No, they're playing Alabama that day. Illinois is. So I think I'll pass.
Stay champion.
Yeah, it was cool. Lindenwood yesterday retired the number of their all-time leading scorer, and then today they honored one of their old national championship teams. I believe it was the 2009 team, which is entering now its 10-year anniversary of having won that ACHA national championship. They've won 4 of them since 2006. That's how good this program is. Illinois, they've won 2 since 2005. So 2 of the top teams in the country every year right now.
Yeah, and I was snooping around a little bit the arena. They had a really nice like players room or alumni room there too. You see all the players there watching TV, having a good time, and got some food as well. So it was cool that they.
You got food?
No, I didn't get food.
Oh, I thought you were taking their food.
I peeked in to see what was going on, and no, I didn't invite myself in, but it was nice how they treated that to the alumni. It was really cool. Maybe Illini could do the same.
Yeah, I
think
in the future. Illinois, of course. They have their own homecoming game. It wasn't last weekend when it was actually homecoming on campus, but they have their own homecoming events as well. Dad's Weekend's always cool. A lot of the dads come down to watch the kids when they're not listening to the broadcast on YouTube. But yeah, 5-minute majors for fighting for Brendan Murphy and Jack Healy, who was ejected from the contest with 6:22 left. So Brendan Murphy will spend a majority of the rest of the game. There's 6:22 left, a 6-goal game between Illinois and Lindenwood, as Illinois is about to be swept for the weekend.
Yeah, 4-on-4 hockey coming up, so if you like, you're a fan of shorthanded hockey, this is your time.
This is where Illinois does better, though. When there's more space in the ice, that's why Illinois last week, when they were in overtime against Central Oklahoma, you got to see how dangerous this team is because they have so many quick skaters that when it's less of a physical game and it's more about speed and agility, that's when this team really comes through. You'll see it right now. Bobby Ernstine taking it up over the line, over the blue. Ernstine tries to drop for Moskowik. He does at the right circle. Moskowik, the shot on Cooper. Not saved with the glove. 5:53 left to go. But that's already, it took 30 seconds, took one rush for the Illini to finally create something because there's more space in the ice.
Yeah, you wish you saw this a little bit more the entire game, but 5-on-5 hockey, like you said, doesn't necessarily advantage the Illini, and they got an opportunity there to see what they can do for the rest of the 5 more.
And when one of those guys is Oppo Nurminen, like a guy that's 6'7" on skates or so, when he's one of those 5 guys, really just clogs up the ice. But when there's only 4 and he's there, it's not as big of a factor.
Yeah.
Wilk skating around at the point. That shot meets the end boards, and now it's Forfar. To Precos. 5.5 left to go in this game. 4 minutes left on the coincidental majors for fighting for Huey and Murphy. Nurminen takes a huge hit by Pregos. Look at Pregos fighting with the much older, much bigger Nurminen. Forfar spinning pass. Cross ice to Nolan. Nolan takes a check into the boards. And Lindenwood, they're up by 6. There's 5 minutes left. It's been a long weekend, and they still are being very physical right now.
Yeah, and we talked about that intermission. After playing Lindenwood last night, obviously you're going to be a little bit tired coming into the game, and I think that definitely showed up today.
Pre-ghost, pass intercepted by Heinzman, neutral ice. 4.5 left to go. The Illini trail by 6. It's been a pretty quick game, if that's any consolation.
Yeah, and on top of it, this Lindenwood team is very punishing on defensemen too. So
Oh, yeah, they will feel the effects of this kind of game.
Yeah.
More so than they did against Michigan State a month ago.
They play smart as well. Lindenwood, figures out a good way to control the puck and make sure they keep the puck in their offensive zone. And the Illini just haven't been able to counter that today.
This Lindenwood team might go undefeated this year.
Yes,
I don't know.
That good.
I don't know who would beat them. Only issue they have is that most of their games, actually the rest of the way this season, are on the road. Now, they have about 6 home series all weekend, and this is their 4th. So the rest of the way, from now until February, they have 2 home series. For comparison, the Illini have 8.
Yeah, and to add to that, I just want to say, this Lindenwood team's, I think, going to be a little bit different at the big pond because they like to clog the center of the ice, and that's the biggest problem with the Illini. Whenever they get the puck in the center of the ice, Lindenwood takes it away. That might not work as well at the big pond. See if the Illini can take advantage of the boards there.
Opilka blocks Runyon's shot from the point, and Runyon regains the possession. 3 minutes left. Donovan Bird has played the entire game, allowed 6 goals. And that puck comes all the way and almost came up toward us. And Charlie Salg after that, I feel like, just like waves saying I'm sorry. And the woman, I think she got hit in the hip. She has the puck.
Yeah.
She's okay though. That's terrifying though.
Yeah. I mean, you and I both we did a little move backwards.
I didn't even think about my laptop. I need the broadcast would have been done just like that if this laptop got it. That would have been it. Wow, this game was going to be punishing for us too.
I feel the effects tomorrow.
Yeah, I feel it for a long time and lose a lot of data.
Yeah, you would. Have any papers to do on Monday? Or?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got 3.5 hour ride back and then a paper to do tomorrow.
There you go.
So, it's going to be a good Sunday.
Yeah.
At this point, the broadcast, that's what I like to call it, when it's I don't know if Illinois can really do much at this point to feel like they had a successful weekend. Goal is always come away with 3 points on the road. Jack Graham, that shot wide. The line go for a change with 2:22 left. Their goal is always come away with 3 points. And this weekend they're going to come away with none. So they would have liked to at least get 1 win out of this or take a game to overtime. That wasn't the case.
No, not at all. And they didn't score in this last game, and that's important. I think, like I said, getting shut out is doesn't make you feel good. It's much worse than losing a game and at least scoring 1 because, someone
you could build off that. But here it's like maybe you see some moments from the offense, but you weren't able to finish. And almost the 7th goal.
Yeah.
I think the net was dislodged, but it would have been a great chance for Alex Kalo on the wraparound shot. Nice play by him. And Donovan Berg catches a break. But yeah, no, when you get shut, it's tough.
Yeah.
It feels, and especially a 4-hour ride back now for the bus. It's not fun. And when this team wins, though, and they sweep a team on the road, they played great against Iowa State last year on the road. That's a different team. That feels It's a different feeling. When you lose by a combined score of 13-2 against a team that you felt like you could have beat at least once, it's not a good feeling.
There's a little bit more of effect as well if you still haven't won an away game. And the Illini, honestly, going into the rest of the year, those away games are going to hurt a little bit more. And it's like Kolaz is in the penalty box now.
Yeah, so 4-on-3. So it's that Illini's kind of ice if you're looking for that kind of thing. Slap shot. Stick snaps in half. That's a bad break for Jake Townsend. His twig snaps, and you're 90 seconds away. They pay for their sticks at this level. That's $100 down the drain.
Yeah, that's a bummer. Damn.
In Illinois, 85 seconds now as that shot Townsend behind the goal line. They're not on the road again for 3 weeks when they go Giants Ice House. That shot wide. 5-on-4 hockey now as the 5-minute majors for fighting have gone away.
That should be a good game, too, because a lot of these line players from the suburbs, fairly familiar place.
Oh, yeah, a lot of these guys have played at Giants Ice House as they went through juniors. And not just that kind of thing. It's just also the competition there. They're going to play think they play Bama again at that. They play like UNLV, Rhode Island. So these are teams that they haven't seen, and that kind of gives you that tournament feel because, okay, you get one shot against a team that you've never really seen before, and what can you do? So that's with Lindenwood, you know what, I knew what they were going to expect. They were just outplayed this weekend, but a lot of games coming up against teams they haven't really seen before that could be good for them.
Yeah.
With 45 seconds left, the Illini trail by 6. They're on the PK for the rest of the game because the 2-man minor for Thomas Colas. And the puck's in the corner.
Yeah, they're gonna try and clear it. Finally do.
Yeah, we'll leave the camera on the defensive side of the ice for the last 30 seconds.
Yeah. And finishing out this game, likely, honestly, if your line just clear the puck and wait in the defensive zone, this game to be over. It's just a bummer of a game.
Yeah, no, not
Can't
a.
really stretch that enough.
And I don't think it was an effort thing. I think they were just outplayed by an excellent Lindenwood team all weekend long. And almost the 7th goal is Tommy Heinzman with the centering pass. But that's how this game and weekend will come to an end. The Illini fall 6-0 to the Lindenwood Lions. Lindenwood's a great team. What's one positive that Illini can take away from this game, if there is one?
There's the one penalty kill that went pretty well, and yeah, not much else. They were dominated on all sides of the ice. You know, confidence in Donovan Bird to finish out the game. They didn't have to do that. They, you know,
he gave up 2 goals each period, but I thought the third was maybe his best of the 3.
Yeah.
And let's go through. So let's go 3 stars before the broadcast comes to an end. I bet they're all from Lindenwood. Maybe, maybe not. But who's that first star?
I don't know where I want to put him, but I'll put him Cooper C-Dot.
Oh no, yeah, second shutout of the season. I thought an excellent game from C-Dot.
Absolutely fantastic. And this one, I don't know who I want to say for my last star, but I'll go with.
Yeah, I go Oppo Nerman for that second, definitely.
That was my second. I didn't know if I want to save him for one more, but final one, Ursula.
Yeah. Good game. Good game on offense.
Yeah.
Good game setting up the Lions.
Yeah, him and maybe Tommy Heisman. But other than that, those two were fantastic. C-Dot, honestly, in this third period, showed why he's one of the best goalies in this division. And now looking forward to play him again. Line going to try and figure out something next time against him. So.
Yeah, maybe it'll be a different result when they play against January 18th. You got to hope it will if you're an Illini fan, because a 6-0 loss against a team that you thought you might have been just as good as, not the way you want to go out. But that's all we got for today. For Sophia Morano, Anthony Pasquale, Patrick Cazzo, and I'm Stephen Cohn. The Illini lose this one 6-0 from Wentzville, Missouri. We'll be back Friday night, 7:30 p.m. The Illini welcome the Robert Morris Eagles to the Big Pond in Champaign. Until then, have a good night, everyone, and go Illini.